It's Tuesday, July 28th, today on Your Morning Atlantic. Significant damage following a fire that impacted 3 buildings in Dartmouth last night. Details just ahead in your news headlines.
And looking for a new maritime spot to check out this summer? Why not head to the Windsor and West Hants area of Nova Scotia? We'll get a preview of their upcoming Avon River Days happening there this long weekend. That's a little later in the show.
Plus, it's time for another edition of Pet Talk. The folks from Bide a While Animal Shelter will tell us about their pet food pantry program that's helping those in need. All that and so much more just ahead on the Tuesday edition of Your Morning Atlantic.
Good morning, Atlantic Canada. 6:01. Welcome to our humble abode. Happy to be here with you.
Happy to have you.
Look at you guys. Did you do that on purpose? Did you rehearse that? You're like, oh gosh, we have to deal with her again. I guess we should pretend.
Not even.
No, we're happy to have you in for Christopher the next couple of weeks. She's enjoying some nice summer vacation.
Yes, she is. I mean, she's gone to probably Cape Breton if we're betting women.
Yes.
Yeah,
absolutely. Likely the cottage in Port Hood.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fair enough, fair enough. I have actually still never been to Cape Breton.
Oh,
You're worse than me because you've been here longer.
Yeah, and my husband has family there too.
Oh my goodness.
Gotta make it down, yeah.
You gotta go. Well, number one, you're gonna go across the Canso Causeway, and then you're gonna pause, and you're gonna look for the orca that everyone's talking about.
Yes! Oh my
Gotta
goodness,
check
what
it
a
out.
sight to see.
Go to Sydney, walk around the waterfront, have the pizza there, go to the Big Fiddle, and then, of course, you gotta go to the Cabot Trail, which is just stunning.
We have our day planned, right? Should we go now and you can do this by yourself?
I got it.
All right.
I want to see the orca. Personally, I want to see the orca up close and personal.
I know, my goodness, what a sight.
Because we don't get them in our waters.
No, yeah, very rare. Very rare. And MARS, which is the Marine Animal Response Society, says enjoy it from a distance.
Yes,
but,
absolutely.
Don't go up close to it, but they are keeping an eye on it just to make sure it's okay. Hopefully can find its way out of there as well.
Yeah.
But we'll have highlights from that a little bit later on the show. But if you're exploring the region today, how's the weather looking?
It's not bad. We're seeing sunshine for much of the region.
That wasn't very convincing.
Right?
She wants the heat.
Yeah, I do, definitely. It's still a bit cooler for parts of the region, at least. Warming up for others, though. But we do have some precipitation in the forecast as well. So here's a live look at Port aux Basques. Beautiful, sunny, cloudy start to your day, actually. We are going to see sunshine a little bit later on. So parts of Newfoundland will be dealing with sunshine, but we do have precipitation tracking yet again into Newfoundland and Labrador, bringing some heavier rainfall totals your way. 18 degrees, though, to start your day in Halifax, 19 in Charlottetown. Still cooler in Fredericton at 12 degrees, 14 in Labrador City, and 12 into St. John's, Newfoundland. Keeping in mind sun safety when you are heading out, the UV index remains high to very high across the maritime region, taking another dip for Newfoundland and Labrador due to active weather, tracking low to high throughout your day today. And we do still have that heat warning in place for parts of Labrador until Wednesday, so something to keep in mind when you are headed out in those areas as well. We are going to see periods of rain and or chance of showers for Newfoundland and Labrador today. A low chance of showers starting off the day for parts of mainland Nova Scotia. That's a look at your weather. We'll have a full weather forecast just ahead, but first a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thank you, Latavia. There was a sizable fire in Dartmouth last night. Clouds of thick black smoke could be seen for kilometers around the HRM when this blaze broke out on Gaston Road in Dartmouth. 3 buildings were on fire. Crews were called to the scene over the dinner hour.
So we got a report of a fire at 10 after 6 this evening. When first crews arrived on scene, they encountered heavy flames within 3 buildings. Crews went directly to work, got lines on the fire, and got the fire knocked down so it didn't extend to any neighboring structures. Now we're in the process of continuing to knock down that fire and check for overhaul and do our primary searches and stuff like that.
Damage, as you can see, was significant. There's still no word yet on how the fire started, and there are no reports of any injuries. Police in Halifax are asking for help in locating a possible witness in connection with a recent murder case. Police have released these surveillance photos of a man in a vehicle believed to be in the vicinity of the fatal shooting of Thomas Jr. Downey on Leahy Road back on June 26. The vehicle is believed to be a newer model black Nissan Kicks. The man was wearing a white shirt and a black ball cap, and investigators say he is not considered to be a suspect. Anyone with information on his identity is asked to contact HRP. A union representing about 800 electrical workers at Nova Scotia Power has given notice it could begin a strike within 2 days. The union announced yesterday that it had issued a 48-hour strike notice on behalf of members working for the province's largest utility provider. The union did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Nova Scotia Power says it's focused on reaching a fair agreement with its employees while, quote, supporting our commitment to providing safe, reliable electricity to our customers. Still, a spokesperson says contingency plans are being developed as is standard during negotiations. People living in a rural New Brunswick community were concerned when the weight restriction was reduced on their local bridge. The weight limit on the Peck's Cove Bridge near Sackville dropped from 43 tons to 20 and has now dropped again to 16. Officials are concerned about the safety of the span, but area residents say a solution has to be found, and soon.
We had a load of hay come in 2 weeks ago, and the guy was 16 tons empty, so he couldn't cross the bridge. So I was forced to take both my tractors at each spot, split the tractors up, go back and forth for 6 hours hauling hay.
If we had known in advance that the weight limit was going to drop this low, I don't know if we would have built.
CTV News reached out to the Department of Transportation for a timeline on possible repair work, but did not hear back by news time. For the third time this month, the ER in Alberton PEI has been closed, turning away patients in need of urgent care. CTV's Maria Saru takes a closer look at the strain.
The doors are open, just not for emergency care.
We need this. It's a small town.
A temporary staffing shortage has shut down the ER at Western Hospital for the third time this month alone. So anyone who arrives with an urgent problem has to
find another option.
The closest backup is about an hour away. That's the ER at Summerside's Prince County Hospital, where wait times currently range from 2 to 6 hours, depending on urgency.
You spend more time waiting than you do getting looked at.
It took Richard Lance 45 minutes to reach this hospital for dialysis. His medical driver says in a life-threatening situation, distance can make all the difference.
Because our population's getting older, and I think we need it more than we ever did before.
Keeping this ER open can come down to a single doctor. Sometimes just one physician works for 12 hours or even longer to see all patients.
The fact that it's such a long, difficult shift, it makes it harder to get physicians to work to. Newer physicians, or any physician really in general, doesn't prefer to work in that model anymore.
The challenge is not only training more physicians, but keeping them.
We need more doctors.
The ER behind me is scheduled to reopen tomorrow at 8 a.m. In the meantime, patients can call 911 for an emergency or 811 for medical advice. Maria Saru, CTV News, Alberton, Prince Edward Island.
And that being 8 a.m. this Tuesday morning. And staying on the island, some good news. No change in pump prices in Prince Edward Island overnight. Here is a look at the numbers. The minimum price for gas now $202.3 a litre. And for diesel, you won't be paying any more or less. Diesel will still cost you a minimum price of $244.3 a litre. The last increase at the pumps was on Friday, but overnight, no change on the island when it comes to filling up your vehicle with gas or diesel.
Yikes.
There we go. Good.
Still high.
Still high, but at least it hasn't jumped.
Change.
Oh,
It
thankfully,
didn't
yeah.
increase. Yes.
But you could take a bike instead, because that would be easier. You know,
It
less
would.
gas.
And it's fun.
It's all your legs. And this one's for you and for Mike. A 27-year-old has just won the Tour de France.
I know who this is.
For
yeah.
a fifth time.
Yeah.
Right now, I just want to enjoy the moment of winning the Tour. If it's fifth or the first, doesn't matter. It's unbelievable to wear the yellow jersey.
Oh, yeah, that's Tadej Pogačar.
There we go. You would know. How do you know this?
Because my husband talks about Tade all the time.
All right, well, he is among the greatest cyclists in the sport. He finished 6 minutes and 26 seconds ahead of the runner-up. So he was booed by some fans during the tour because his performances are often so far ahead of the other riders that some feel frustrated about the sport's competitive edge, but there's always someone like that. He now has 127 wins in an 8-year professional career.
Yeah, very young guy as well.
Yeah, that's incredible.
So that was for you and Mike.
Yeah. Trust me, I said to her, so now that the tour's over, what are you gonna watch? I felt actually bad. You know, you work in TV when during the final ceremony for the Tour de France, the sun was you could see the 3 people on the podium, right? The sun was shining right down behind them, making for a really intense backlight. So these poor photographers and camera operators are trying to like get this great shot of them, but they're just darkened by the sun shooting down on them.
You need the sun on their faces.
Yeah.
Should turn them around a little.
Yeah, turn them around a little bit.
Because that's easier to do on a podium, right?
Yeah.
Easy peasy. Yeah, the sound of da-dun-dun, but gotcha. And yeah, Mike explaining it all to me. Anyways, Tour de France. I know a lot more than I should about it.
I love it. That's amazing.
And then we went for a bike ride after the ceremony.
There we go. Kept it with the theme.
How fitting, yeah.
It was very fitting, very fitting. Okay, we're going to take a break. We'll leave the tour behind us. Coming up, I'll have your first look at your national and international news headlines on this Tuesday morning. And Latavia has a full forecast look at it on this Tuesday. Now we're going to go to the hub city right now. Looks like some cloud cover there outside the Avenir Center. We'll have the full forecast right after this.
Good morning and welcome back. The time now is 6:14 on your Tuesday morning, taking a live look at Summerside. Going to be seeing lots of sunshine across the island today as cloud coverage begins to clear out. Weather is brought to you by Cummins Trusted Home Standby Generators. It's a bit warmer starting off your day for parts of the region. 18 degrees right now in Halifax with 19 in Charlottetown. 12 degrees starting off your day in Fredericton. 17 over in Happy Valley Goose Bay. And 12 degrees early this morning into St. John's, Newfoundland. We do still have a heat warning that remains in effect for parts of Labrador, extending until tomorrow. We could see temperatures ranging between 28 to 30 degrees. So keep this in mind when you are heading out. Stay hydrated and also practice sun safety because we are still holding on to sunshine. Early this morning, a low chance of showers starts off the day for parts of mainland Nova Scotia into Cape Breton Island and parts of Prince Edward Island. Only around a 30% chance of it happening and expected to clear out as well as that cloud coverage will break down. Newfoundland and Labrador, some steadier shower activity is expected. So a chance of showers will move in for parts of Labrador, a risk of thunderstorms as well. Periods of rain and or drizzle will also move in, becoming a heavier rainfall into the afternoon for parts of Newfoundland. Now for the Maritime region, we do have a very low chance of shower activity into tonight, clearing out though early into this evening and taking us into early Wednesday morning. We will be seeing sunshine return in the forecast yet again. If you're wondering about precipitation totals, as I'd mentioned, quite light in its activity, only seeing around 2 to 5 millimeters for Charlottetown. And then for Labrador, looking at around 10 to 20 millimeters expected. Heaviest for Newfoundland at around 20 to 30 millimeters. For forecast today for New Brunswick, above seasonal daytime highs headed our way yet again, ranging from 23 up to 29 degrees in Fredericton and Woodstock. A mix of sun and clouds starts off the day. Clouds continue to clear out, leaving mainly sunny skies into the afternoon. For Prince Edward Island, looking at highs ranging from 22 to 24 degrees, being the warmest into Summerside. Mainly cloudy skies will start off your day. Clouds are going to clear out, leaving sunshine into the afternoon. There is a very low chance of some shower activity expected for Charlottetown. And then for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, scattered showers start off the day, clear out, leaving mainly cloudy skies into the afternoon. Daytime highs ranging from 19 degrees in Sydney up to 27 in Truro. And then for the rest of Nova Scotia, looking at some isolated shower activity early in the morning for mainland Nova Scotia, clearing, leaving sunshine for this part of the province. Into mainland Nova Scotia for this evening, though, we do have a low chance of showers expected to return. For Labrador City, a high of 23 degrees today, a mix of sun and clouds to start your day, a chance of showers and a risk of thunderstorms into the afternoon. 14 into St. John's, Newfoundland, looking at periods of rain and or drizzle with a risk of thunderstorms throughout the day. That's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to Amanda.
Thank you, Latavia. Time is 6:17. More than 330,000 people have been evacuated as wildfires tear through France and Spain. Northwest of Madrid, crews are battling two major fires. Weeks of extreme heat have created perfect conditions for flames to spread, and more scorching temperatures are in the forecast. Says it is the country's most challenging period since the Second World War. This wildfire near the southern city of Bordeaux, so powerful it created its own weather system, generating thunderstorms. Meanwhile, firefighters in Italy used 3 Canada Air water bombing planes to put out fires there. And back here in Canada, resources are at capacity in the fight against wildfires in British Columbia, with almost 140 burning and more than 50 out of control. Hot, dry, windy weather is driving the flames in the interior and forcing dozens of evacuation alerts. More than 200 firefighters from the Yukon and Alberta arrived this week to help in the battle, and more later from Mexico. Weather is also hampering efforts to get fires near Boston Bar under control. Some residents said in a message to CTV News they are desperate to return home, but fear looters may get there first. To weather news now, the hunt is on for the person or people who fired at the U.S. consulate in Toronto. It's the second time the building has been shot at in 4 months. CTV's Rahim Ladani reports.
A bullet hole can be seen in the front facade of the U.S. consulate after a single shot was fired at 4:46 in the morning. The shell casing left behind by the fleeing suspect vehicle before a high-speed pursuit.
Because of the danger posed by the rate of speed of the suspect vehicle, at around Don Mills in the DVP, the pursuit was discontinued as per our procedures.
Police don't know how many suspects were in the white late-model Honda Accord with no license plates, as it reached speeds in excess of 140 kilometers per hour. They also say aerial support was not available to continue the pursuit.
Had it been, no doubt the outcome might have turned out differently. It's a great advantage to police.
It was an officer who heard the gunshot while they were on surveillance in the area. 2 other security personnel were inside the U.S. consulate at the time, but no one was injured. Toronto Mayor Olivia Chow describes the shooting as brazen, as there has been a police presence here for months following a similar shooting earlier this year.
We will get you. We have apprehended the previous shooters, all 3 of them.
Police could not say whether they believe this shooting is linked to the same group responsible for orchestrating the incident on March 10th. That was described as a gun-for-hire scheme involving young people who were hired to commit crimes across the city. Veteran Toronto police officer Mark Pinizzato was killed while assisting in a raid tied to the probe, which has also been linked to a recent FBI terrorism arrest.
Threats and violence towards any persons within Canada are taken very seriously. I want to reassure everyone that our main priority is to keep our community safe.
The RCMP's counter-terrorism unit is also assisting in this investigation. Rahim Ladani, CTV News, Toronto.
Thank you, Rahim. Another break here on Your Morning Atlantic. When we return, we will have your top business headlines from BNN Bloomberg, plus your must-see moment from TSN. We'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Yep, that did happen.
Apparently.
Apparently. You were alive when that happened.
No idea.
Okay, well, that's all right. Speaking of sports, let's go over to TSN and check out our latest must-see moment.
Hello there, Jermaine Franklin with you in the Sports Center newsroom with your must-see moment for Monday. For that, we'll head to the Big Apple. All right, Braves, Mets, bottom 6. Luis Torrens with the grounder. Matt Olson dives over to Connor Thomas. who makes the tough play for the out at first. A great diving stop by Olsen and an even better play by Thomas, making the awkward grab while having the presence of mind to find the bag for the out as he earns your must-see moment from Monday. And tonight we've got Toronto Tempo basketball as they take on the Lynx. It all starts at 8 p.m. Eastern on TSN 1, 4, and 5. That's all from the SportsCenter newsroom. Have a great day.
This TSN must-see moment brought to you by J.R. Rahe's Furniture and Appliances.
And fun fact, normally the Mets wear their dark jerseys when they play at home, but they wore their white ones because they were also filming a movie.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I'll have to look at theaters for that later.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're going to switch gears and talk about on the markets. The Dow opened the new trading week up 262 points. NVIDIA is working on a new round of deals worth more than $750 billion U.S. BNN Bloomberg's Marella Fernandez has more on that.
It's another example of what's called circular financing, when suppliers take stakes or finance companies that use its products. One partnership is with SK Hynix out of South Korea. It's worth $500 billion U.S. SK Hynix makes memory chips. NVIDIA is also reported to be providing $250 billion U.S. in funding for OpenAI to lease computing power. The concerns about one tech company financially backing another sent NVIDIA shares down today. Here are the closing numbers for the day. The Canadian dollar is down to $70.82 U.S. West Texas Intermediate down over $8 to $82 U.S. a barrel. Western Canadian Select is down to $70.17, and the TSX gained 199 points today. Those are your business headlines. I'm Marella Fernandez.
Taking a look at our forecast for New Brunswick, heating up to 30 today with sunshine across the province. Sunshine remains in the forecast on Wednesday with a high of 28. Cooling down to 26 on Thursday, a mix of sun and cloud with evening showers. For Nova Scotia, a low chance of showers for parts of the province early on, clearing out, leaving sunshine this afternoon. Evening showers expected to return. 26 degrees on Wednesday, mainly cloudy start to your day with sunshine into the afternoon. 22 on Thursday with scattered showers. For Prince Edward Island, 25 today with a mix of sun and clouds. Sunshine remains on Wednesday with a high of 26. 25 on Thursday with evening showers.
Coming up in this half hour, what did you discover embarrassingly late in life? Aaron and Peter from Move 100 are back, and they want to hear your answers, and so do we. That's just ahead, a little bit later in the show.
Hey, let us first be the first to say happy morning to you. Hope it's off to a great start. 6:30 already on your Tuesday morning. And if you're finishing night shift, thank you so much for the work you do overnight. You're probably getting ready to go to bed soon.
Oh, yeah.
Did any of you ever work night shifts, like overnight shifts?
Oh, yeah, I worked the graveyard shift, yeah.
Yeah, whereabouts?
I worked at 680 News for a little bit. Yeah, doing some freelance work there was brutal.
Overnight?
Yeah. But I was in my early 20s, so yeah,
terrible.
So easy to do.
Yeah.
Compared to now, I would.
They call it a graveyard shift for a reason.
Yeah.
When my parents were over in Hong Kong, they were doing some renovations to the building, and so they asked people for volunteers to stay in the consulate overnight while the workers did things. And so I did a couple of those shifts, and can confirm did not love that.
Yeah.
Oof, there was only one time I had to do an overnight shoot, and it was during the big lift for the McDonald Bridge here. So it was that huge years of renovation work on the bridge. So we went overnight to film the work that they were doing during these closures.
Yeah.
And it was really fascinating to see, but boy, just the one time doing that overnight really impacted probably my sleeping schedule for about, I want to say 3 days.
Yeah.
But you really respect the work that people do when they do work overnight shifts.
So we thank you.
Yeah. And if you're up this early, a little chillier.
Yeah,
little
for parts of the region. Yeah, we're starting to feel that humidity move in, so it's quite muggy for parts of the region.
In here.
Exactly, yeah. Here's a live look at a start to the day in Halifax. 18 degrees as of right now, so much different than Monday's early morning forecast. A bit cloudy and a bit of fog, but that is expected to burn off, as well as that precipitation we're seeing early in the morning. It will clear out. 19 degrees to start your day in Charlottetown, 12 in Fredericton, as well as into St. John's, Newfoundland. Keep in mind sun safety when you are heading out. The UV index remains high to very high across the maritime region. And then for Newfoundland and Labrador, due to active weather in the forecast, tracking low to high throughout your day today. Holding on to that heat warning in place for parts of Labrador until Wednesday. So make sure to stay hydrated and keep in mind sun safety, of course. We do have precipitation tracking across parts of Atlantic Canada early this morning. A low chance of showers for parts of the maritime region. A chance of showers will move in this afternoon for parts of Labrador, and rain and or drizzle will track across much of Newfoundland today. We'll take a look at your long-range forecast just ahead, but first we'll look at your local news with Amanda.
There was a sizable fire in Dartmouth last night. Clouds of thick black smoke could be seen for kilometers around Halifax when this blaze broke out on Gaston Road in Dartmouth. 3 buildings in total were on fire. Crews were called to the scene over the dinner hour.
So we got a report of a fire at 10 after 6 this evening. When first crews arrived on scene, they encountered heavy flames within 3 buildings. Crews went directly to work, got lines on the fire, and got the fire knocked down so it didn't extend to any neighboring structures. Now we're in the process of continuing to knock down that fire and check for overhaul and do our primary searches and stuff like that.
It appears to have impacted 2 residential buildings and 1 commercial building. Damage, as you can see, was significant. No word yet on how it started and no word if anyone was hurt. And we are getting more details on a dramatic fire in a high-rise apartment building in Halifax's South End over the weekend. Although contained to 1 unit on the 8th floor, the blaze forced a number of tenants to evacuate, and a restaurant on the main floor had to close its doors.
The fire alarm goes off here quite a bit, so at first my staff didn't really take it too seriously, and then we saw the flames and debris and stuff falling down the side of the building. My manager evacuated everybody.
Aside from losing sales for the day, the restaurant lost food and received water damage. Halifax Fire says not all tenants in the apartment building were evacuated, and at this time they can't confirm if all have returned to their units. How the fire started is under investigation. A union representing about 800 electrical workers at Nova Scotia Power has given notice it could begin a strike within 2 days. The union announced yesterday that it issued a 48-hour strike notice on behalf of members working for the utility. The union did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Nova Scotia Power says it's focused on reaching a fair agreement with its employees while, quote, supporting our commitment to providing safe, reliable electricity to our customers. Still, a spokesperson says contingency plans are being developed, as is standard during negotiations. Just days before its biggest event of the year, one of St. John's most popular tourist sites, the Area 506 Container Village, has been hit by thieves and vandals.
One of our storage areas where we had some sound and light equipment taken. Between that and also an on-site RV that was broken into and some significant damage there, coupled with some acts of graffiti along the outside perimeter of the container village, sort of makes for a pretty rough night.
St. John police say a 20-year-old man was arrested, released from custody, and is scheduled to appear in court in October. Despite the disappointment, organizers say the Area 506 Festival will begin as usual on Thursday night. Police in Halifax asking for help in locating a possible witness in connection with a recent murder case. Police have released these surveillance photos of a man and a vehicle believed to be in the vicinity of the fatal shooting of Thomas Jr. Downey on Leahy Road back on June 26. The vehicle is believed to be a newer model black Nissan Kicks. The man was wearing a white shirt and a black ball cap, and investigators say he's not considered to be a suspect. Anyone with information on his identity is asked to contact Halifax Police. No change in pump prices in Prince Edward Island overnight. The minimum price for gas rests at $2.02.3 a litre. And diesel will still cost you a minimum price of $2.44.3. The last increase at the pumps for the island was on Friday. Finally, to Cape Breton, people have been flocking to the water near the Canso Causeway to try and see that orca whale that's come to the area.
I'm from Cape Breton, and we were coming here, but we came now because of the orca.
About 3,000 miles so far. We're having a blast and hope to see an orca today, but not yet.
Oh my God, he's beautiful.
And of course, we showed you this video here yesterday. Kayla Partridge spotted the whale Saturday and Sunday, sent us that video. Others just hoping to catch a glimpse of it on their own. You can see the big crowds there by the Canso Causeway. The Marine Animal Response Society says the orca appears to be healthy. They are reminding people not to approach the whale and for boats to stay at least 100 meters away. Mars says it will continue to keep tabs on the orca's movements and condition until it swims back into more familiar waters.
Why is it alone?
And that's a question that they have, right?
Why is it?
Yeah, well, why? Yes, a lot of people do. Why is it there? But yeah, the Canso Causeway, a busy spot heading into Cape Breton too.
Oh yeah.
A big spot to fill up as well. But yeah, it's really exceptionally busy right now.
Oh.
A treat though for locals and visitors.
Absolutely.
To the region, yeah.
Ooh. Well, a bug just fell down from the ceiling, and that's kind of on brand with what our next story is. So we're just going to go with it. Farmers in Tasmania are getting a special delivery, kind of like that. They're being sent boxes from Australia filled with thousands of bison dung beetles because they eat and break down cow dung and help return nutrients to the ground. Here's the thing. Tasmanian dung beetles don't work through the winter. Over the next few months, the Australian beetles will eat around 250 times their body weight in cow dung every single day.
Wow.
Wow.
So there you go.
Cow's dung is another beetle's meal.
Yeah.
Apparently.
I don't know what this guy is doing.
Still alive?
Yeah,
he's right there.
Oh my gosh.
He's blending in with the carpet.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Sometimes like your house too, we'll have like moths and different things come on in. Once when I was doing the late news, I had a bug fly in my nose, like land on my nose.
The worst is when you're like live outside and you're like doing something and you're about to like be on location and you breathe in and then you start choking on a bug.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
that's happened to me.
Can confirm, not a fun experience.
Oh. All right, if that's not entertaining for you, we still have your entertainment headlines. But before that, it is the Move Morning Chat. And today we're talking about the things we discovered late in life. No shame here. Join us for the conversation. It's 6:40 and the forecast is next.
Happy Tuesday, Atlantic Canada. The time now is 6:43, taking a live look at a beautiful start to the day over in McAdam. Cooler, though, to start this morning at 10 degrees, but the sun is already shining and will stick around into the afternoon as well. Warming up for parts of Atlantic Canada early on. 18 degrees in Halifax, 19 starting off your day in Charlottetown, 12 degrees to start your day in Fredericton with 14 in Labrador City, 13 over in Gander. A heat warning remains in place for parts of Labrador until Wednesday, looking at those daytime highs ranging between 28 to 30 degrees. Over to our forecast timeline, a bit of cloud coverage starting off your day for parts of the Maritime region, a bit of fog as well. A low chance of showers expected for parts of mainland Nova Scotia as well as into parts of Cape Breton Island. Newfoundland and Labrador will be seeing some precipitation as well, starting off with a chance of showers moving into parts of Labrador, a risk of thunderstorms as well, and then looking at rain and or drizzle for much of Newfoundland. Into tonight, we will be seeing a chance of some isolated showers returning for parts of mainland Nova Scotia. We'll clear out into early Wednesday morning, though, as we are going to see sunshine return in the forecast. If you're wondering about precipitation totals, looking at around 2 to 5 millimeters expected for Charlottetown, going to remain quite low for the rest of the Maritime region. 10 to 20 millimeters expected for parts of Labrador, and the heaviest for Newfoundland at around 20 to 30 millimeters. For our forecast today for New Brunswick, daytime highs heating up, ranging from 23 degrees up to 29 in Fredericton and Woodstock. Lots of sunshine as cloud coverage begins to clear out into the afternoon, leaving mainly sunny skies and light wind expected as well. For Prince Edward Island, highs between 22 degrees in Surrey, up to 24 in Summerside. Mainly cloudy skies will start off your day, but cloud coverage will break down, leaving a mix of sun and cloud this afternoon. And then for Newfoundland and Labrador, we are going to see precipitation as well as into Cape Breton Island, eastern mainland Nova Scotia. Highs between 19 degrees in Sydney, up to 27 in Truro. Scattered showers start off the day, clearing out, leaving mainly cloudy skies. For the rest of Nova Scotia, we are looking at highs between 22 degrees in Yarmouth, up to 27 in Kentville. And then for Labrador City, 23 degrees expected today. A mix of sun and clouds starts off your day. Looking at a chance of showers and a risk of thunderstorms moving in this afternoon. 14 degrees into St. John's, Newfoundland, looking at rain and also a risk of thunderstorms. That's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to the Move Morning Chat. It's that time once again, the Move Morning Chat. This morning, we want to know, what is something that you learned way too late in life? Erin, why are we talking about this?
Yeah, I mean, well, I just discovered something way late in life, and it makes me a really bad Nova Scotian. Why didn't anybody tell me how amazing Moon Mist ice cream is? I don't know if I've been like living under a rock. I think I convinced myself that it was something I wouldn't normally like. I don't even think I actually understood what the flavors were, but I tried Moon Mist for the first time about a week ago, and I actually can't stop thinking about it. I didn't realize that the blue in Moon Mist was bubblegum, so it's bubblegum, grape, and banana. It is literally all I can think about, and I'm upset that I have just gone all this time without enjoying delicious Moon Mist ice cream. So I have discovered that way too late in life, and it's changing from here on out.
Okay, so the very reason why you like Moon Mist so much is the reason why I don't really like it at all. I mean, who needs bubblegum flavored ice cream?
Come on, Peter.
How would they do that? No, I'm going to change it quite a bit here, because something I discovered way too late in life was audiobooks. And I love listening to audiobooks when I'm driving, but also when I'm doing anything around the house or outdoors or whatever. It just helps the time pass all that more quickly. And it was podcasts for a long time, and I kind of said, audiobooks, that's kind of cheating, isn't it? Well, no, not if you're listening to a 29-hour Stephen King novel, which I couldn't possibly read in a year. But if I can listen to it while I'm, mowing the lawn or whatever, it's actually perfect. So I just started listening to audiobooks probably about a year ago, and I always have one on the go.
Amazing. Do you have a preference of like who reads it? Because I feel like there's like different voices, right? Like you can get in like a British accent.
Yes. An actor named Eli Wallach read one that I just recently listened to, an older Stephen King novel. I thought that was awesome. So yeah, I think I do have a preference. There are some people that I like listening to way more than others.
Very cool. What about you, Latavia?
I agree with Peter, actually. I just discovered audiobooks like a month or two ago. I started reading Carly Fortune books, and I was super obsessed, but I didn't have the time with the kids to actually sit down and read, or I would fall asleep while reading. So I felt like when I was on the go, I'd pop on an audiobook, and I was able to get through the book so much faster. I did think it was kind of cheating, just like Peter, but honestly, a win is a win, and I'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We do love an audiobook. Mine is actually maybe a little bit surprising, but mine's lifting weights. I didn't discover lifting weights until later in life. So growing up, I was an athlete, but girls, you didn't lift weights, you just did cardio. So that was something that never really fell into my arsenal. And then when I was in my late 20s is when I decided to start actually lifting weight. I mean, I did it in university, but did I really? No. Yeah. I went to the gym as something to do. But yeah, with lifting weights, and then I just feel like I have so much more energy, and I can do so many more things, not necessarily just with cardio, but with lifting weights. So that'd be mine.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to pose this question to our viewers.
Yes, right? We are. We want to know, what is something that you discovered later in life that you can't live without now. Send us text to 10400, and if you have never texted us, choose that Atlantic option.
The #1 morning show in Halifax. Turk, Megan, and Amateur Alex. And home to the biggest artists. Halifax's #1 hit music station. 101.3 Virgin Radio.
Hit music, hit movies.
Right.
Let's head over to Hollywood for a look at your entertainment headlines.
Whoa. All right, buddy, one-on-one.
Everyone's favorite high-flying golden retriever is coming back to the big screen for the first time in almost 30 years. And the first trailer has been released. Air Bud Returns hits theaters on January 22nd, 2027. Purple Rain is coming to the Great White Way. The Oscar-winning film, based on the Prince album of the same name, is being adapted into a musical, which will open on Broadway next spring. Performances of Purple Rain will begin on March 12th, 2027.
Ready whenever you are, Michael.
Michael is moonwalking onto streaming. The biopic about the early career of the King of Pop will land on Stars on August 10th. Michael has made over $1 billion globally and has become the highest-grossing biopic of all time. And happy birthday to John David Washington, who's 42 today. That's what's happening in Hollywood. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
He does not look 42.
No, not at all. I was shocked by that one.
Yeah, my face literally dropped.
Switching gears now. Gordie Howe's family may have been the first to drive over, but there was another historic crossing over the bridge.
Yes, that would be that new bridge between Windsor and Detroit on Monday. CTV's Robert Lothian went along for the ride.
This historic ride will never be forgotten by Marvin Diot or his grandsons, Micah and Camden.
Is it what you expected?
Yeah. Or even myself.
I just thought it was cooler to, whenever the bridge opened, to be able to take my dad's car with the grandkids across the bridge and back.
In the first hour of the opening of the Gordie Howe International Bridge, decades-old rubber hit brand new road. Diot driving his family's more than century-old vehicle over the new crossing.
I want the memory for them and me on the opening day.
Talk of this monumental trip has been years in the making.
We've been hearing about it for 2-3 years at least, and we've been pretty excited for it.
And the plans had his grandsons thinking,
an old car would be nice to go be one of the first people to go across the bridge so we can have that memory for years.
The Ford Model T was one of the first affordable automobiles to hit the American market. This one, built in Michigan, has been around longer than any Windsor-Detroit border crossing.
Now, with me having it, I'm keeping Dad's life alive and memory alive, or whatever. It's all very, very good for me.
And even as we travel up the bridge, friendly honking is no surprise.
They must think it's a beautiful car and that it's obviously really old, so.
And you was talking about honking, there was another one just there.
And even after a little car trouble, this trip, even if brief, was a piece of history to never forget. For Marvin, his grandsons, and even me. What were your thoughts?
Oh, I guess my word's always fantastic. It's absolutely great. It's, I'll have smiles for days just for doing it.
Robert Lothian, CTV News.
Taking another look at our 3-day forecast, heating up in New Brunswick to 30 degrees with mainly sunny skies. Sunshine remains midweek with a high of 28. And continuing into the forecast on Thursday, 26 degrees with a mix of sun and cloud. Showers expected into the evening. For Nova Scotia, isolated showers for parts of the province early on, clearing out, leaving sunshine this afternoon. Returning, though, into the evening with a high of 26. 26 continues in the forecast for your daytime high on Wednesday. Mainly cloudy start to your day with sunshine into the afternoon. Scattered showers on Thursday, cooling down to 22. For Prince Edward Island, 25 degrees with a mix of sun and cloud, mainly sunny skies midweek on Wednesday. And Thursday, looking at a mix of sun and cloud with a high of 25 and a chance of showers into the evening.
It's Tuesday, July 28th, the day of Your Morning Atlantic. Significant damage following a fire at 3 buildings in Dartmouth last night. Your top news headlines just ahead.
And filling a need, a successful recovery program in New Brunswick is marking 1 year of its expansion to another community. We'll hear from one of the families in about 15 minutes on the Tuesday edition of Your Morning Atlantic.
Good Good morning, Atlantic Canada. Thank you so much for joining us on this Tuesday, 7:01 this morning. It's a bit of a weird start to the day in terms of our weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's muggy.
Yeah.
Pretty warm early this morning.
It's wet out there right now.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just saying
It's giving
all of the seasons besides
not
snow.
July
Yeah.
28th. It's not giving July 28th. I don't know.
No, it's not. It's funny. I was thinking that too. You know, you've got your summer collection of clothing, right? Not necessarily reaching for it every day, or at least right away. And because it's been slightly cooler than the peak summer heat.
Yeah. And parts of the region still cooler early this morning while others are heating up.
Right. Yes.
So it's very interesting to kind of display this forecast for everyone today. I'm like, just be prepared for everything, except for snow.
You know what surprised? Yeah, no snow.
No.
Surprised me yesterday when you mentioned a heat warning for Labrador.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Of course, not today.
But then look at that stunning view of the deck.
As always.
Yeah.
Gorgeous outside. Bit of a cloudier start to the day, but we are seeing sunshine early this morning as well. We will see that cloud coverage start to break down, but we do have a low chance of isolated showers starting off your day. As of right now, it is 18 degrees in Halifax, 19 in Charlottetown, 10 degrees in St. John, New Brunswick, 17 degrees in Cartwright, with 13 into St. Anthony. Keep in mind sun safety when you are heading out. The UV index is still tracking high to very high across the maritime region, tracking low to high for Newfoundland and Labrador due to a bit of precipitation moving in. We do still have that heat warning in place, as Amanda mentioned, until Wednesday for parts of Labrador, so going to still remain relatively hot today. And a chance of showers, a risk of thunderstorms moving in this afternoon for parts of Labrador, rain and or drizzle for much of Newfoundland, and some isolated shower activity early this morning for parts of Nova Scotia will clear out, leaving sunshine. We'll take another look at your long-range forecast just ahead, but first a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thank you, Latavia. There was a sizable fire in Dartmouth last night. Clouds of thick black smoke could be seen for kilometers around the city when this blaze broke out on Gaston Road in Dartmouth. 3 buildings were on fire in total, 2 residential, 1 commercial. Crews were called to the scene over the dinner hour.
So we got a report of a fire at 10 after 6 this evening. When first crews arrived on scene, they encountered heavy flames within 3 buildings. Crews went directly to work, got lines on the fire, got the fire knocked down so it didn't extend to any neighboring structures. Now we're in the process of continuing to knock down that fire and check for overhaul and do our primary searches and stuff like that.
As you can see, damage was significant. There's no word this morning on how the fire started or if anyone was hurt. A union representing about 800 electrical workers at Nova Scotia Power has given notice it could begin a strike within 2 days. The union announced yesterday that it had issued a 48-hour strike notice on behalf of members working for the utility. The union did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Nova Scotia Power says it's focused on reaching a fair agreement with its employees while, quote, supporting our commitment to providing safe, reliable electricity to our customers. Still, a spokesperson says contingency plans are being developed, as is standard during negotiations. A report from the Canadian Taxpayers Federation says Nova Scotians shelled out more than $20,000 for Premier Tim Houston to visit 4 cities last year. The Federation is raising questions about some of the delegation's accommodation choices. Houston's office says staff follow long-standing government travel policies when booking, factoring in cost, safety, security, and location. But the Federation argues cheaper alternatives need to be considered.
We have one hotel in London that the Premier stayed in, a 5-star W London hotel. One night alone cost taxpayers about $1,270. In Milan, taxpayers paid more than $1,800 for 2 nights at another 5-star hotel with a rooftop pool and a Michelin-starred restaurant. You know, there were quality 4-star hotels nearby for less than half the cost.
$20,000 overall, drop in the bucket. Not even a drop in the bucket for the overall provincial budget, right? Again, in some level, doesn't matter, but it does, because the public expects you to be a responsible custodian of public office, and they expect you to act in ways that are respectful toward the public in terms of the finances.
The Taxpayers Federation says nobody is suggesting politicians stay at bargain motels, but Drover says when government debt is, in his words, out of control, every little bit makes a difference. People living in a rural New Brunswick community were concerned when the weight restriction was reduced on their local bridge. The weight limit on the Peck's Cove Bridge near Sackville dropped from 43 tons to 20 and has now dropped again to 10. Officials are concerned about the safety of the span, but area residents say a solution has to be found, and soon.
We had a load of hay come in 2 weeks ago, and the guy was 16 tons empty, so he couldn't cross the bridge. So I was forced to take both my tractors at each spot, split the tractors up, go back and forth for 6 hours hauling hay.
If we had known in advance that the weight limit was going to drop this low, I don't know if we would have built.
CTV News reached out to the Department of Transportation for a timeline on possible repair work, but did not hear back by news time. No change in pump prices in PEI overnight. The minimum price for gas rests at $202.3 a litre, and diesel will still cost you a minimum price of $244.3. The last increase at the pumps was on Friday. Finally, we want to share with you an event that begins as a celebration, or that began as a celebration of a historic landmark, but has since turned into an exhibition of skill and courage. Take a look. Look at that height. High divers took a flying leap in an annual tournament to celebrate the reconstruction of the old bridge in the Bosnian city of Mostar. The distinctive landmark was built more than 450 years ago, but it was destroyed during the Bosnian War in the 1990s. But since then, it's been rebuilt and is now a symbol of reconciliation.
And only getting five points on that duck.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty.
Yeah.
It could have been a belly flop.
Belly flopped from up there. Ouch.
I feel like that would hurt.
Knock the wind right out of you. Oh, come on.
Ooh, the knees. Ooh. The bravery. The worst part is if you have to do something
That was
like
good. That was smart. He tucked his knees in and then he went straight.
Ooh. No, thank you.
No?
I mean,
that was my favorite part about basketball camp because we went to.
Wait, you're jumping off a bridge?
Jumping off a bridge.
Everyone else did?
They had at Ottawa U. They have those like the swimming pool, and it has like the tiers.
Oh yes,
Right? The ones that are like basically in the ceiling. And so you got to do like swimming as a part of the camp. Oh. And that was literally my favorite part, and it always runs straight to the top.
Really, eh? Wow.
Yep.
I'd be like, the side of the pool is fine for me.
Yeah, it's fine. I remember Dalhousie at their pool had a high dive. Yeah. I don't know how high it is compared to Ottawa U, but scary enough.
All right. Woo-hoo. Well, we'll switch to a different sport.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. If you want to be in the stands cheering on the Tides, well, you're in luck because it's time for our Tides Tuesday contest. So you could win 2 tickets to cheer on the Halifax's professional women's football club on August 3rd. To enter, head to ctvatlantic.ca. And this is only a one-day contest, so don't wait. Get over there. Good luck. They're currently sitting in 4th in the league, so that's in playoff contention at this time. So, you know, got to show up. It's a 3 o'clock game on Monday.
Yeah, and it's a holiday.
It is a holiday.
Yeah.
And I will see you there.
I was going to say, you're going to be reporting from the sidelines, right?
Sure am.
Nice.
Yeah, so you can see Brianne Foley from far away. And if you're like me in the stands, you take a picture of her from far away and send it to her.
Yes, I did that as well.
I see you. Look at you, you're working so hard. Okay, Monday's forecast still far away. So we're going to take a look at the closer forecast for this Tuesday and later this week. Plus, I'll have your national news headlines too. Plus, we have campfire conditions as well. But we do have some wet weather as well. Here's a look at some fog, some rain in St. John's with our friends over at NTV. The forecast is next.
Good morning and welcome back. The time now is 7:13. A cloudy start to the day over in Chester, 16 degrees as of right now. Expecting that cloud coverage to break down, leaving sunshine into the afternoon. Weather is brought to you by Cummins Trusted Home Standby Generators. Temperatures already beginning to rise for parts of the region. 18 degrees as you head outdoors in Halifax, 19 starting off your day in Charlottetown, 14 degrees in Moncton as well as into Labrador City, 18 in Happy Valley Goose Bay, 12 degrees into St. John's, Newfoundland. Holding on to that heat warning for parts of Labrador until Wednesday, expecting daytime highs to reach between 28 to 30. Over to our forecast timeline. A bit of fog early this morning for parts of Atlantic Canada, burning off for the Maritime region a little bit later this morning. Cloud coverage expected to break down, leaving sunshine. We do have precipitation early on, though, for parts of the region as well. Isolated showers start your day for parts of mainland Nova Scotia, Cape Breton Island. For Labrador, looking at a chance of showers moving in with the risk of thunderstorms. And then for Newfoundland, rain and or drizzle will move in for much of the province today. Into this evening, we do have a low chance of showers starting off for mainland Nova Scotia. Cape Breton Island will clear out, though, as we head towards early Wednesday morning. Fog will redevelop into early Wednesday as well, but will burn off, leaving sunshine into later in Wednesday morning. So if you're wondering about precipitation totals, going to remain quite light for all three maritime provinces. Could see around 2 to 5 millimeters for Charlottetown. For Labrador, we're looking at 10 to 20 millimeters, and then the heaviest being for Newfoundland at 20 to 30 millimeters. For our forecast today for New Brunswick, daytime highs will heat up, ranging from 23 up to 29 in both Woodstock and Fredericton. Cloud coverage will begin to break down, leaving mainly sunny skies into the afternoon. Prince Edward Island will see lots of sunshine into the afternoon as cloud coverage breaks down as well. Daytime highs range from 22 degrees in Surrey up to 24 in Summerside and Charlottetown. A light wind across the island today. And then for Cape Breton, eastern mainland Nova Scotia, looking at some scattered showers starting off your day, clearing out into the afternoon, leaving mainly cloudy skies. Wind gusts getting up to 40 and daytime highs between 19 degrees in Sydney, up to 26 in Amherst and Truro. And then for the rest of Nova Scotia, some isolated showers for mainland Nova Scotia will clear out, leaving sunshine for this part of the province. Isolated showers return, though, into the evening for mainland Nova Scotia with daytime highs between 22 to 27. For Labrador City, looking at 23 degrees today, a mix of sun and clouds to start your day, a chance of showers and a risk of thunderstorms move in into the afternoon. 15 degrees for St. John's, Newfoundland, looking at rain and a risk of thunderstorms throughout the day. That's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to meteorologist Kaylin Mitchell.
This is the Campfire Conditions Report brought to you by Pine Acres RV, where customers become friends. And back into a stretch of sunny and hot weather, the province of New Brunswick. Well, campfires are currently not allowed for most counties. The exception, St. John County, where they're allowed between the hours of 8 p.m. and 8 a.m. In the province of Nova Scotia, campfires are currently allowed between 7 p.m. and 8 a.m. And for Prince Edward Island, campfires are currently allowed, but domestic brush burning is only allowed between the hours of 8 p.m. and 8 a.m. The next update to those provincial restrictions will be at 2 p.m. on July 28th.
Tech giant Meta has reportedly presented a plan to Ottawa that does not include paying for news content on its platforms. CTV's Abigail Beeman has more on what the government had to say about it.
Sharing of news without proper compensation is not fair.
Mark Miller said he won't share details on talks with Meta about getting Canadian news back on its platforms. But after Politico reported Ottawa is sitting on a Meta proposal that doesn't involve paying for content, and the government hasn't responded because the issue is part of Canada's bargaining position in larger U.S. trade negotiations, the minister said this.
They're probably not as advanced as being suggested, and the reality is we're not willing to do it for free.
Meta has blocked news on Instagram and Facebook since 2023, when the Online News Act called for tech giants to pay Canadian producers. It did not respond to multiple requests for comment about what's on the table, with advocacy group Open Media worried about the potential use of AI for news content.
I think we should get news links back on Meta platforms, but I don't think either publishers or the government should agree to AI summaries of that content without a compensation mechanism.
Last year, Ottawa dropped the digital services tax because it angered Donald Trump. Miller was asked if there were any plans to repeal this Online News Act, also a known trade irritant.
No plans.
Canada-U.S. Trade Minister Dominic LeBlanc heads back to Washington this week for meetings alongside Canada's chief trade negotiator. It will be his first trip since Trump said he would impose a fresh round of punishing tariffs. LeBlanc's office not saying who he'll be meeting with nor when.
CTV's Abigail Beeman reporting in Ottawa. Another break here on Your Morning Atlantic. When we return, we are heading to Moncton to get details on a recovery center which is helping youth battling addiction and a milestone it's marking. That's on the other side of this break.
Move Mornings with Aaron and Peter. Weekday mornings on Move 100. The most fun in the morning. And home of the $1,000 minute. Only on Move 100 Halifax.
Welcome back. It is 7:22. A recovery center which helps youth battling addiction in New Brunswick is today marking 1 year since the opening of their Moncton location. Portage Atlantic's Moncton Community Care Program helps support young people while educating them on what a 3 to 6 month live in treatment experience will be like. In its first year, the program conducted 117 individual meetings, welcomed 115 parent support group participants, delivered 57 presentations, and responded to 47 inquiries from youth seeking information and support. So here to tell us more about that is Nadine Leger, mother of a youth who went through the program. Good morning, Nadine.
Good morning.
All right, so let's start at the beginning. What obstacles and challenges was your family facing before seeking help?
So, summer 2025, a year ago, we were trying to find the best avenue, if he accepted help, where to turn to. And it opens its doors. Portage Community Care Program in Moncton opened its doors. He was the first client of that center.
Wow. And having that experience and just having them open the doors and him being the first, what did that help your family navigate that program through?
The counselors there are trained professionals to assess and to help guide that youth or emerging adult who wants treatment. The families may want that, trying to accompany them there, but the youth or emerging adult has to accept that help. So we were extremely lucky to have trained counselors, professionals, to guide us and him through everything last summer.
Absolutely. How are you doing now since that program?
Things are wonderful. He graduated in June, end of June, 7 months, 6-7 months, and doing really well. Mental health, very good. And recovery, there's a recovery of our 2-year program, aftercare, that comes with that. So ongoing therapy, parent support groups throughout. I'm not sure where we would be. It wouldn't be good if we hadn't had what we got throughout this year.
Wow, that's incredible. You spoke a little bit about what some of that programming looks like, but also at the end of the day, how do you feel you were supported and what do you want other parents to know?
You have to reach out and just, it's hard because you don't know where to turn. They were there to answer questions and guide. And once the youth goes and is accepting of this help, and is committed, it can work. What I've forged and he has forged are relationships for life. They are a community of emerging adults and youth that will probably be bonded forever, and so are we, the parents. We have parent support groups that assist us through Portage Community in Moncton. We're quite a number of parents in Moncton area who are together that have struggled, and we don't judge. We don't judge each other. Whereas other of our friendships or coworkers or just family don't understand unless you've been through it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Nadine, so much for sharing your story. We've also linked the service to our website. Thank you once again for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Well, good luck with the rest of your journey, and we'll head over to Latavia for a look at our 3-day forecast.
Thanks, Brianne. Starting off in New Brunswick, 30 degrees today with mainly sunny skies. Sunshine will remain in the forecast on Wednesday with a high of 28. Cooling down further on Thursday, 26 degrees, a mix of sun and cloud with a chance of showers into the evening. For Nova Scotia, 26 degrees today. Some isolated showers to start your day for parts of the province will clear, leaving sunshine into the afternoon, but a low chance of showers will return into the evening. 26 degrees on Wednesday, mainly cloudy start to your day. Clouds clear, leaving a mix of sun and cloud. And 22 degrees on Thursday with a chance of showers across the province. Prince Edward Island, 25 degrees today with a mix of sun and cloud, mainly sunny on Wednesday with 26. 25 degrees on Thursday, a mix of sun and cloud with a chance of showers into the evening. Time now, 7:26.
Coming up in this half hour, bringing people in West Hants together. Look at a preview of the Avon River Days Festival happening this long weekend in the community. You can join in on the fun. That's in about 15 minutes on the TIA Tuesday edition of your Morning Atlantic.
Morning Atlantic, Canada, 7:31, 8:01 if you're in Newfoundland and parts of Labrador. And I'm really hoping we're going to have some good weather for the long weekend. I know it's a little far out because we're not allowed to, like, look at that right now.
You don't want to look at it right now.
Oh, no.
Yeah, let's hope that it changes.
I mean, we are in Atlantic Canada. Wait 5 minutes, the weather will.
That's very true.
Yeah, that is the saying. I know there's so many different events happening this long weekend. I mean, boy, we say it every weekend during the summer. You really hope for clear conditions between festivals, weddings, and now we got the long weekend, which is the time a lot of families will go camping or do a day trip or stay overnight somewhere, go exploring. I gotta tell you, as much as I love to travel, I like to travel around the East Coast the most during the summer because it is like the best time to be around here. March, I like to escape if I can.
What? Weird. I don't know. I kind of like the weather in March, you know?
You like the weather in March? Listen, I like the birthdays in March.
There you go. All right.
There it is.
The weather, maybe not so much. But this time of year, just stellar to explore the region.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
It's very, very true.
End of July, almost.
Wild. Beautiful in Fredericton today.
Yeah, it's heating up in Fredericton today. Lots of sunshine across the province. Cool to start, 12 degrees, but we'll be hitting 30 into the afternoon for your daytime high. As of right now, it is 18 degrees in Halifax with 19 in Charlottetown. 19 degrees also starting off your day in Cartwright and 12 degrees into St. John's, Newfoundland. Keep in mind sun safety when heading out today. The UV index still tracking high to very high across the maritime region. For Newfoundland and Labrador, tracking low to high throughout your day due to some active weather returning. We do still have that heat warning in place for parts of Labrador until Wednesday, so keep this in mind, getting quite hot there for parts of that province. And we are looking at a bit of precipitation tracking across parts of the region, a chance of showers, a risk of thunderstorms for parts of Labrador. For Newfoundland, we're looking at rain and or drizzle, a risk of thunderstorms as well. Pretty light wind expected, especially into the afternoon for much of the maritime region. We'll take another look at your long-range forecast just ahead. First, a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. And we begin with a sizable fire in Dartmouth last night. Clouds of thick black smoke could be seen for kilometers around the city when this blaze broke out on Gaston Road in Dartmouth. 3 buildings in total were on fire, 2 residential, 1 commercial. Crews were called to the scene over the dinner hour.
So we got a report of a fire at 10 after 6 this evening. When first crews arrived on scene, they encountered heavy flames within 3 buildings. Crews went directly to work, got lines on the fire, and got the fire knocked down so it didn't extend to any neighboring structures. Now we're in the process of continuing to knock down that fire and check for overhaul and do our primary searches and stuff like that.
Damage was significant. There's no word this morning on how the fire started or if anyone was hurt. We're also getting more details on a dramatic fire in a high-rise apartment building in Halifax's South End over the weekend. Although contained to 1 unit on the 8th floor, the blaze forced a number of tenants to evacuate, and a restaurant on the main floor had to close its doors for hours. Halifax police asking for help in locating a possible witness in connection with a recent murder case. Police have released these surveillance photos of a man in a vehicle believed to be in the vicinity of the fatal shooting of Thomas Jr. Downey on Leahy Road back on June 26. The vehicle is believed to be a newer model black Nissan Kicks. The man was wearing a white shirt and a black ball cap, and investigators say he's not considered a suspect. Anyone with information on his identity is asked to contact police. Just days before its biggest event of the year, one of St. John's most popular tourist sites, the Area 506 Container Village, has been hit by thieves and vandals.
One of our storage areas where we had some sound and light equipment taken. Between that and also an on-site RV that was broken into and some significant damage there, coupled with some acts of graffiti along the outside perimeter of the container village, sort of makes for a pretty rough night.
St. John police say a 20-year-old man was arrested, released from custody, and is scheduled to return to court in October. Despite the disappointment, organizers say the Area 506 festival will begin as usual on Thursday night. A union representing about 800 electrical workers at Nova Scotia Power has been given notice it could begin a strike within 2 days. The union announced yesterday that it had issued a 48-hour strike notice on behalf of members working for the utility. The union did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Nova Scotia Power says it's focused on reaching a fair agreement with its employees while, quote, supporting our commitment to providing safe, reliable electricity to our customers. Still, a spokesperson says contingency plans are being developed, as is standard, during negotiations. Finally, a new nonprofit cooperative opened yesterday to act as a middleman between Nova Scotia producers and wholesalers. CTV's Paul Dewitt takes us to the hub of activity.
3, 2, 1.
I'm Eli Melton, and we're here today at the official launch of the Halifax Regional Food Hub. The Halifax Food Hub is here to help producers sell their food more easily to wholesale buyers in HRM. We connect farms with these buyers by having a warehouse in Burnside where we help sell the food, store the food, and get it to buyers that are looking to eat it. We sell to restaurants, institutions, nonprofit organizations. If a producer is looking to access greater markets, we work with them to find buyers for their products, and we help facilitate that sale by doing all the coordination of the distribution, the storage, and then delivering that product to the restaurants and institutions. We need to support the local food system within Nova Scotia, and what a better way than supporting those farms that are here, and that's by supporting those small businesses and purchasing food from them. We're happy here in Burnside. It allows us easy access to the highways. We are close to HRM, so we feel well positioned and we have room to grow.
Room to grow in more ways than one. Yeah, thank you to Paul Dewitt for providing that piece for us this morning.
Love it. Love to see it. It's making me hungry, though.
Yeah, always typically, especially around this hour, really get hungry.
Yep, 7:38, so here we are. So this Ottawa police officer really goes above and beyond.
We do a lot of community initiatives, soccer programs, we run a foundation, tournaments, we have a book project that we do for underserved kids.
Acting Staff Sergeant Devin Archer is the founder of the National Capital Blues Foundation. He's launched mentorship, soccer, and legacy programs to build trust and create opportunities for young people. Archer is this year's Ontario Police Association Hero of the Year.
Oh, hero in more ways than one.
Absolutely. Love to see it. The good work happening out and about in our communities. So always nice to have a little good news.
Exactly.
On a Tuesday.
Yeah. We also love to have some fun with the Move Morning Chat. Always a different topic of the day, something we're talking about. We have Aaron and Peter back with us, and we're asking about something that you learned just too late in life.
What's yours?
What is mine? I don't think there's anything that I learned late in life.
She learned everything.
Everything
She knew everything right away.
Yeah, apparently.
Her sarcasm definitely was born with her.
Yeah, that came with me. Later in life, I'm trying to think of one. We kind of touched on this topic not too long ago, and I remember thinking, like, the wired headphones. I didn't realize that there was a microphone on the wired headphones for the Apple iPhones. Yeah, I didn't know that, and that was before it became really big on people for social media to like hold it really close to their mouth, like they're gonna eat it. Yeah. But then once I discovered it, I couldn't. It's fun. Couldn't stop.
You never took a call with your headphones in before?
No.
Oh.
No, not at that point.
So there you go. You
I'm like an AirPods kind of person.
She didn't know everything.
No, I didn't. I didn't. And then I learned that I was wrong once, but it was a mistake.
All right. Well, enough of
My grandpa used to say that on my dad's side. That's where the humor comes from. Okay, we're going to take a break. And still ahead, Latavia has the Tuesday forecast, plus the countdown's on to the Avon River Days Festival. We're going to get a preview of this year's exciting lineup coming up on Tia Tuesday. Please stay with us.
Welcome back. The time now is 7:43. Taking a live look at Burnt Coat Head. 18 degrees to start your day. Very cloudy early on. We are going to see clouds clear, leaving sunshine into the afternoon. Weather is brought to you by Cummins Trusted Home Standby Generators. Temperature is warming up. As of right now, it is 18 degrees in Halifax. 19 starting off your day in Charlottetown with 12 degrees in Fredericton. Looking at 14 early this morning in Labrador City and 12 degrees into St. John's, Newfoundland. Still holding on to heat for parts of Labrador with that heat warning in effect until Wednesday. Daytime highs will range between 28 to 30. Over to our forecast timeline. A bit of fog and cloud coverage starting off your day and a bit of wet weather as well. Isolated showers starting off your day from mainland Nova Scotia into parts of Cape Breton Island. Also seeing a chance of showers move in for parts of Labrador with a risk of thunderstorms. Rain and a risk of thunderstorms for much of Newfoundland today. And then into this evening, we are going to see a chance of some precipitation move in from mainland Nova Scotia, Cape Breton Island, clearing out though before we head towards early Wednesday morning, where we are going to see the return of sunshine in the forecast. If you are wondering about precipitation totals, quite light for the Maritime region. We are going to see accumulation for parts of Labrador at around 10 to 20 millimeters, heaviest being for Newfoundland at around 20 to 30. For our forecast today for New Brunswick, heating up yet again today, ranging from 23 up to 29 in Woodstock and Fredericton. Cloud coverage will start to break down, leaving mainly sunny skies into the afternoon with light wind across the province. For Prince Edward Island, highs between 22 to 24 degrees today. Mainly cloudy start to your day with sunshine into the afternoon. Light wind out of the northeast at only 15 kilometers per hour. For Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, highs will range from 19 degrees in Sydney up to 26 in Amherst and Truro. Scattered showers start off your day, will clear out, leaving mainly cloudy skies, wind picking up with wind gusts of 40 into the afternoon. For the rest of Nova Scotia, looking at some isolated shower activity from mainland Nova Scotia, clearing out, leaving sunshine for this part of the province. A low chance of showers will return into the evening, though, for mainland Nova Scotia. Highs between 22 degrees in Yarmouth up to 27 in Kentville. For Labrador City, 23 degrees today. A mix of sun and cloud to start your day. We do have a chance of showers and a risk of thunderstorms moving in into the afternoon. 15 degrees for St. John's, Newfoundland, looking at periods of rain with a risk of thunderstorms. That's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to Brianne.
Thank you, Latavia. It's time now for another edition of Tia Tuesday. And of course, we have the lovely Tia Upshaw, founder and CEO of Black Women in Excellence. And she's brought with us Lisa Bland, who is a nurse and a volunteer and a co-founder and a co-chair. I'm just going to keep going with all of your list of everything.
Please give me the flowers.
As you deserve, as you deserve. Okay, so Avon River Days Society is you're the co-chair and the founder of. Yeah, that's right. And you've helped recently launch the festival again.
Yeah. So the festival was sort of on hiatus during COVID-19. And then there was a group of us, most of us are moms with young kids, and we were like, we need something in our community again. And in November 2023, we incorporated as a society, and by 2024, we had our first festival. Did not expect it to be huge, and we had 5,000 people in our first year. And it kind of grew from that. So yeah, it's been amazing.
That's amazing. I mean, you're amazing. How do you find the time? Because like nurse, volunteer, founder, co-chair.
I mean, life is busy, but I tend to thrive on busy, so it works.
Amazing. I like that. I like that. That sounds very familiar to what Tia likes to do, obviously.
We might have some common
things, yes.
Common denominators here.
We're family, so, you know, we feed off each other. It's all good. It's all good.
So how long have you two known each other?
Known each other on this level just about a year.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, so Lisa came through one of my programs with workplace education and found out this Windsor, that's where my family's from, Upshaw, here we are. And we're family. I'm like, oh, but she kind of got that look. The Upshaws in the States, we all got this look. So now we're just on a different level of a relationship.
I love it.
It's no longer business.
It's no longer business.
Yeah.
It's beyond that.
Yeah, but I mean, Tia's course was a huge support for the society because it kind of helped us find you know, a little bit more direction, you know, and a little bit more focus and purpose with how we started to build things.
So people like to think that festivals just, you know, come together willy-nilly. That's not the case. So how has it evolved and how does it happen?
Yeah, well, I mean, it takes a lot of planning. I mean, our festival committee works year-round. We've got 13 of us who are involved on a year-round basis, and the majority of that is women who feel like they need to make a difference in their community. And, you know, even in the off-season, we're meeting at least once a month, if not more often. And we're already planning for the 2027 festival, and we haven't even hit 2026.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
So there's a lot of
5,000
hours.
people, a lot of people for your 2024.
Yeah, and last year we had 7,000.
So this year we're
I'm
having
hoping-
15.
I'm hoping we're going to grow
15,000.
again this year.
That's amazing. Tia, just hearing stories like this and knowing how much of an influence you make, what does this mean for you and as you continue to grow your legacy?
That's a good question, and it's an emotional question because watching, you know, individuals such as Lisa do all the things that Lisa does, all the accolades she has, and she's still finding time for community. You know, you lift as you climb. But to see this, you know, event go from where it started to where it's at, and she's doing it, it's a big thing. So it's really emotional. It's a great question, but it makes me just want to like hug myself to say, girl, this is why you don't give up because of events like this. People like Lisa, like this is why I keep doing what I'm doing. And this event is amazing, especially for Windsor. I mean, you know, the entertainment, we got classified. Like it's gonna be a vibe this weekend.
Woof, I got goosebumps.
It's gonna be a vibe.
Yeah, it will.
Classified's gonna be there. That's amazing.
Yeah, Classified is our headliner for Rock the Rink. So one of the ways that we keep the rest of the festival free is by hosting one ticketed event.
Okay.
And using the proceeds of that to, along with our sponsors, keep things like the Kids Carnival and the performers at the bandstand at a cost that is completely accessible. So everything is free. There's a couple of spots where we put a donation bucket, but it's not required at all.
Oh my gosh, well that is amazing. Thank you so much for sharing all this information. We've linked your festival also to our website. So
wonderful.
Thank you so much and keep doing all your amazing work.
Oh, she's going to. She's going to be pushing the envelope this year. Watch.
I love it. I love it. All right, time now for medical and health news with Amanda Debson.
Thank you so much, ladies. Fingers crossed for good weather this long weekend. Health and medical news now. Health workers at an Ebola treatment center in eastern Congo have gone on strike over payment issues disrupting patient care. It's one of the topics in your health. The number of confirmed Ebola cases in Congo has reached 2,905, with over 1,200 deaths. Activities at the Alikia Ebola Treatment Center were largely paralyzed after staff stopped work. About 100 health workers protested over the weekend, citing unpaid bonuses. The Central African nation has been battling the outbreak since May 15th. The outbreak continues to spread faster than health officials can track, despite an expanding response. Finally, as peak summer travel is underway, jet lag threatens to turn even a dream vacation into a slog. Experts say travelers can minimize the effects of jet lag by adjusting their sleep-wake schedule, adding that how people eat and drink can make a difference too.
So a lot of what we know about eating is people that would love to be on a regular schedule, but on jet lag, if you go to Europe, let's say, and you're 8 hours off, all of a sudden you lose 8 hours going, and then when you come back, you gain 8 hours, which your body is, you know, things that help you, light and things in eating can help you, but it's a huge adjustment.
They suggest travelers gradually shift the timing of meals as they get ready for travel, so they're eating on the local schedule at the destination.
Even though it might not feel like
like your regular breakfast time or lunchtime, try to do something to start to align your meals with that new time zone so that your body can start to align its kind of hunger cues with, all right, I woke up a few hours ago, it's time to eat something.
Jet lag happens when your body's biological clock is out of sync with the time zone you find yourself in. And this can cause sleep disturbances, daytime tiredness, headaches, and gastrointestinal symptoms.
Well, we have just one milestone to pass along today, but Bay St. Anne, New Brunswick. Happy birthday, Teresa, 100 years young.
Absolutely. Happy birthday. And to see your milestone again or to find out how to submit one, you can visit our website by scanning the QR code on your screen. And a reminder that milestones must be received 2 weeks in advance. And we have a message to pet owners today. After a frightening incident in the Elora Gorge, a dog is recovering after falling over the edge.
After a multi-day search involving 2 different agencies, that is. So CTV's Karis Mapp hears from the rescuers and the grateful owner.
3-year-old Willow is back home in Ingersoll after a dramatic ordeal at the Elora Gorge Conservation Area. The Labrador Retriever fell over the edge of a 60-foot cliff last Wednesday, setting off a multi-day search.
My first thought was like, this area is huge. I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I going to find her?
Owner Becky Popiolik says she was out tubing with her son when Willow, who was wearing a leash, wandered off unnoticed. She says park workers found Willow near the edge of a trail, but the dog became afraid, backed away, and fell.
She just felt overwhelmed by the people around her, and she ended up slipping off the edge and falling.
A rescue team from the Centre Wellington Fire Department sprang into action next, rappelling down the side of the cliff.
It was about a 60-foot fall into a very wooded area between the wall and the river. So we had 3 rescuers that were down searching for the dog, and we searched for over an hour, both upriver and downriver. And unfortunately, it got dark. We had to call off our search at that point.
Becky says she kept searching for Willow on Thursday and Friday, but then had to leave.
I was like devastated. I was thinking the worst. I'm like, oh my gosh, my dog's like injured. My dog's like might be dead.
The search wouldn't be over thanks to volunteer group Ground Search and Rescue KW.
We knew that they had rappelled and done all their business, and they kind of exhausted everything at that point, but we were like, let's go see. You never know.
With infrared technology, they found Willow about 500 yards downriver from where she was seen falling.
The dog was on the other side of the river, so we used an inflatable boat to have our rescuers go across the river and get the dog.
Just to see them come out with the boat and do the whole rescue and being able to witness all of that was incredible.
As soon as I got home, I got the call from the ground search and like, we found your dog. I was like, oh my God. So I got home and then I went back.
Following Willow's dramatic rescue, she was transported here to the Elora Gorge Animal Hospital, where she was diagnosed with exhaustion, dehydration, and a pulmonary contusion.
I walked in and I just started bawling. I like fell to the floor and like just hugged her and cried.
A happy ending that also comes with a message for pet owners.
At the gorge here, we do have some very inaccessible areas. So outside of keeping your animals on a leash, just making sure that they're under control at all times.
Karis Mapp, CTV News, Elora.
Taking another look at our 3-day forecast for New Brunswick, heating up to 30 degrees today with mainly sunny skies. Sunshine remains on Wednesday with a high of 28, cooling down just a bit to 26 on Thursday. A mix of sun and cloud with a chance of showers into the evening. For Nova Scotia, isolated showers begin your day, clearing out, leaving sunshine this afternoon. Evening showers expected for parts of the province. 26 degrees on Wednesday with sunshine into the afternoon. 22 on Thursday with scattered showers across the province. Prince Edward Island seeing a mix of sun and cloud today with a high of 25. 26 on Wednesday with mainly sunny skies. Sunshine in the forecast on Thursday with a high of 25 and evening showers expected. Time now is 7:56.
It's Tuesday, July 28th. Today on Your Morning Atlantic, 3 buildings significantly damaged following a fire in Dartmouth last night. Your top news headlines just ahead.
And this animal shelter is providing food pantries. Proving food pantries aren't just for humans. The folks from Bide a While in Dartmouth will join us to discuss the importance of their pet food pantry and giving back to the community. That's coming up.
morning. It's 8:01 on your Tuesday. Hope it's off to a great start so far, and hope the rest of the day is going to be just as great as the morning. And looking forward to having Bite a While join us to talk about their pet food pantry program, because as we know, it's not just like human food that's costing more, it can be the rising cost of food for our pets as well. And
absolutely,
our pets, if we're lucky, have long, healthy lives, but with that can come changes to what kind of food they need. If it's costing you more, boy, that can be a very rough situation for a lot of homeowners.
For me, I found it was easier being a pet owner in Ontario. There's a lot of cheaper services for people that are in need of them. Here, I was like, I don't think I would have been a pet owner if I had known what I know, but I already had my animal before. So
yeah, and they're members of your family, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, my goldfish.
Your goldfish?
My goldfish. Yeah, that's the only thing I can keep alive.
Oh,
I love a good goldfish.
Right?
Yeah.
The gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
Having the old goldfish. Anyways, Bite a While going to be joining us a little bit later to talk about that. I don't know if it's fish food, but you'll have to ask them.
There could be fish food.
Cats can also be particular too, especially the cats, right? With wanting their wet food versus dry food.
True. They might hit you in the head if you're not giving them the right food.
Yeah, it could be. It's another reason to get a dog. A lot of people too waking up this morning going, okay, well, what's the weather like? Because I gotta walk the dog. A W-A-L-K.
Yeah, exactly.
I spell it out, they know.
Yeah, now they know it if you spell it out too much.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, I know what you're talking about.
Like, I can spell.
Do you wanna go? Yeah, you wanna go?
Yeah. 19 degrees starting off your day in Charlottetown. Mainly cloudy skies to start. We are going to see sunshine return into the afternoon, though. 18 degrees this morning in Halifax, 16 in Yarmouth, with 11 in St. John, New Brunswick, 19 right now in Cartwright, and 12 degrees in St. John's. Over to our UV index, tracking high to very high across the maritime region. For Newfoundland and Labrador, tracking low to high due to some active weather in the forecast. We do have a heat warning that remains in effect for parts of Labrador until Wednesday. Over to our satellite and radar, a bit of precipitation early this morning, a chance of showers, very low in spotting in its activity though for mainland Nova Scotia, Cape Breton Island. A chance of showers and a risk of thunderstorms moves in for parts of Labrador, and then for Newfoundland, looking at periods of rain and a risk of thunderstorms as well. Pretty light wind to start your day for the maritime region, 15 kilometers per hour in Sydney and Canso, 11 in Grand Etang and in Edmundston. No wind gusts to report at this time. We'll take another look at your forecast just ahead, but first a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. And we begin with a sizable fire in Dartmouth last night. Clouds of thick, heavy black smoke could be seen for kilometers around the city when this blaze broke out on Gaston Road in Dartmouth. 3 buildings were on fire in total, 2 residential, 1 commercial. Crews were called to the scene just over the dinner hour.
So we got a report of a fire at 10 after 6 this evening. When first crews arrived on scene, they encountered heavy flames within 3 buildings. Crews went directly to work, got lines on the fire, and got the fire knocked down so it didn't extend to any neighboring structures. Now we're in the process of continuing to knock down that fire and check for overhaul and do our primary searches and stuff like that.
Damage is significant. No word yet on how the fire started or if anyone was hurt. A union representing about 800 electrical workers at Nova Scotia Power has given notice it could begin a strike within 2 days. The union announced yesterday that it had issued a 48-hour strike notice on behalf of members working for the utility. The union did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Nova Scotia Power says it's focused on reaching a fair agreement with its employees while, quote, supporting our commitment to providing safe, reliable electricity to our customers. Still, a spokesperson says contingency plans are being developed as is standard during negotiations. No change in the price of gas or diesel in Prince Edward Island overnight. The minimum price for gas rests at $202.3 a litre, and diesel will still cost you a minimum price of $244.3. The last increase at the pumps in PEI was on Friday. People living in a rural New Brunswick community are concerned that the weight restriction has been reduced on their local bridge again. The weight limit on the Peck's Cove Bridge near Sackville dropped from 43 tons to 20, and has now dropped again to 16. Officials are concerned about the safety of the span, but area residents say a solution has to be found, and soon.
We had a load of hay come in 2 weeks ago, and the guy was 16 tons empty, so he couldn't cross the bridge. So I was forced to take both my tractors at each spot, split the tractors up, go back and forth for 6 hours hauling hay.
If we had known in advance that the weight limit was going to drop this low, I don't know if we would have built.
CTV News reached out to the Department of Transportation for a timeline on possible repair work, but did not hear back by news time. A piece of underused prime real estate in Halifax could look very different in the coming years, with the possibility of tens of thousands of people living in the area when all is said and done. The land in question is more than 11 hectares in the city's north end. It's mostly a patchwork of gravel parking lots and overgrown weeds, but it's poised to become a new super neighborhood.
It's among the largest remaining undeveloped or densely developed areas of land on the peninsula. It's already serviced. It's got pipes and wires running to it. It's close to schools. It's close to grocery stores and professional services. It's on transit. It's ready to go.
Two developers are involved, with one looking to build a 33-story apartment tower on the former Mayflower curling site. That will result in more than 400 apartments, while the other group is proposing more than 10 times that number in 11 separate buildings, ranging from 12 to 52 stories. People have been flocking to the water near the Canso Causeway to try and see that orca whale that's come to the area.
I'm from Cape Breton, and we were coming here, but we came now because of the orca.
About 3,000 miles so far. We're having a blast, and hope to see an orca today, but not yet.
Oh my God, he's beautiful.
That's what they're hoping to see. Kayla Partridge spotted the whale over the weekend and sent us his videos. Others just hoping to catch a glimpse of their own. The Marine Animal Response Society says the orca appears to be healthy. They are reminding people not to approach the whale and for boats to stay at least 100 meters away. Mars says it will continue to keep tabs on the orca's movements and condition until it swims back into more familiar waters. Back on land, a decades-long major wildlife study has revealed new images of the Amazon's elusive ghost dog. Research from the Wildlife Conservation Society in Bolivia used 34 motion-triggered cameras across various parts of Bolivia and Peru, which revealed the small to medium-sized wild dog with its little ears, short fur, and fox-like snout. The animal was given the name ghost dog because of how elusive it is, but the study found they're actually thriving in the deepest parts of the jungle.
I was gonna say, he doesn't look like a ghost.
No.
Looks very solid.
Kind of in the black and white ones, though. Aren't these trail cameras neat?
Very cool.
That is cool.
It's so cool. It's like a fox-like dog.
It is like a fox-like dog. What does the fox say?
I knew it. I knew it. I said it. Anything is an excuse for Brienne to start singing. Anything.
There is a song for literally everything.
Yeah.
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 Everything.
Everything. I'm not going to start singing now, though. I do want to know if anyone's named the orca, though, because like that's one of my questions.
Trying to say the orca.
The orca.
The orca.
Natalie says Willie.
It's been done.
But he's not free right now. He's kind of just stuck in the causeway, you know?
We'll see. We'll see.
Anyways, the Swiss Alps were filled with this sound over the weekend. Isn't that beautiful?
It is, actually.
Yeah. So this is the annual Nendes Festival. These are called Alp horns, and more than 150 players and traditional folk artists took part in the event. The event was also blindly judged. Musicians were graded from inside a tent to keep the judging completely fair.
Because you might know them, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's Switzerland, you know, neutral. So
it's very neutral.
Everyone has an Alp horn there, apparently.
I love it. Just pull it out of your backpack.
Yeah.
You know, put me in.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned the backpack. So how do they travel around with it?
It must come apart, right?
It
One would
must
think.
come.
Unless on top of the car or something.
Instead of your surfboard, it's a
Alp horn.
It's a way of life, right?
You know, the hills are alive.
Everything's going to be a song. All right.
Sorry.
There's a song for that too.
There is.
Yeah. Okay, still
Is
had
it
this
too late now?
Still at this half hour, friends of Bide a While Animal Shelter. They're going to stop by to tell us how those in need can use their pet pantry food program. But before that, we have the Tuesday forecast with Latavia as we take a look at the Highland Village Museum in Iona and some cloud cover. We'll be right back.
Do you have national and internationals too?
Yes, I do. Okay.
Lots of sunshine starting off your day in Grand Bay, Westfield. Welcome back. The time now is 8:14. As of right now, 16 degrees in your area. Temperatures going to heat up into the afternoon. Weather is brought to you by Cummins Trusted Home Standby Generators. 19 degrees starting off your day in Charlottetown. 18 early this morning in Halifax. 15 degrees in Fredericton. 20 degrees over in Cartwright. And 13 into St. John's, Newfoundland. We are holding on to that heat warning in place for parts of Labrador until Wednesday. Could see those daytime highs reaching between 28 to 30 degrees. Over to our forecast timeline. Sunshine for parts of the Maritime region to start your day. Others are seeing some isolated showers early in the morning for parts of mainland Nova Scotia, Cape Breton Island. We will see that cloud coverage begin to break down, that precipitation move out, leaving sunshine into the afternoon. Now, Labrador seeing a chance of showers into the afternoon, a risk of thunderstorms. And same thing for Newfoundland, seeing wet weather today, periods of rain and a risk of thunderstorms into this afternoon. Into this evening, holding on to precipitation for both Newfoundland and Labrador. For the Maritime region, we do have a low chance of isolated showers expected for mainland Nova Scotia. Will clear out, though, as we head towards early Wednesday morning. The return of sunshine is expected. If you're wondering about precipitation totals, remaining quite light, seeing around 2 to 5 millimeters for Charlottetown. Heaviest being 10 to 20 millimeters for Labrador, and for Newfoundland, 20 to 30 millimeters is expected. For our forecast today for New Brunswick, daytime highs between 23 to 29, being the warmest into both Woodstock and Fredericton. A mix of sun and cloud to start your day, mainly sunny skies expected into the afternoon. For Prince Edward Island, highs between 22 degrees up to 24. We are going to see mainly cloudy skies start off your day, but clouds will clear, leaving sunshine into the afternoon. For Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, we are going to see a chance of showers early in the morning, clearing out, though, leaving mainly cloudy skies into the afternoon. Highs between 19 degrees in Sydney up to 26. And then for the rest of Nova Scotia, we are going to see sunshine today, but we do have a low chance of showers starting off the day for mainland Nova Scotia. Will clear, though, but expected to return into the evening. Daytime highs between 22 degrees in Yarmouth up to 27 in Kentville. Labrador City looking at a chance of showers into the afternoon with a risk of thunderstorms, a high of 23. 15 degrees into St. John's, Newfoundland, looking at rain and a risk of thunderstorms expected throughout the day. That's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. There is a crisis growing in Canada's healthcare system involving doctor burnout in the emergency room. CTV's Adrian Gabriel has more on why it's happening and the possible solutions.
In emergency departments across Canada, overworked and understaffed doctors are burning out and leaving.
The crisis is worsening year by year.
This new study published by the Canadian Medical Association Journal has uncovered that 1 in 10 emergency department physicians are walking off the job due to burnout. Dr. Kirsten DeWitt is the lead author of the national study that has spanned the last 6 years.
Emergency physicians are feeling like they're carrying the burden of healthcare.
Hundreds of doctors surveyed across Canada shared that they're burnt out, in part due to being forced to deliver hallway medicine to too many patients, while highlighting a lack of staffing support on the ground.
Patients are dying in our emergency departments, and we know that this is going to continue to happen.
Among the doctors who've remained working in the ER, 48% have reduced clinical hours and 20% have taken time off.
Some of the metrics that we're asked to pay attention to are how many patients you see, not how well you see them.
In May of 2020, emergency department Dr. James Maskalik was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. After successfully battling the disease, he returned to work with a renewed focus on his colleagues' well-being and their ability to deliver quality care.
The point of medicine is to show up for the human being in front of you. It's not to kind of like check these boxes and push people through.
A comprehensive framework for redesigning Canada's emergency care system has been released by the Association of Emergency Physicians.
We have a huge shortage of nurses and physicians in the emergency department. We're all working overtime all the time.
A statement from the Office of Ontario's Minister of Health says in part that we need the federal government to step up as a full funding partner by renewing expiring health funding agreements to provide stable, predictable, and flexible long-term funding. Though doctors surveyed say their years-long plea for support have continuously been ignored by all levels of government.
Adrian Gobrio, CTV News, Toronto.
Thank you, Adrian. Another break here on Your Morning Atlantic. When we return, Bite a While will join us to talk about their pet food pantry program. That's coming up next in Pet Talk. Please stay with us.
Move Mornings with Aaron and Peter. Weekday mornings on Move 100. The most fun in the morning. And home of the $1,000 minute. Only on Move 100 Halifax.
Welcome back. It is 8:22 and it's time for Pet Talk. And for over a decade, Bite a While has offered a pet food pantry program to those in need, helping to bridge the financial gap for low-income families, students, and those in emergency situations. So to learn more about this incredible program, we welcome Sam Cole, Communications and Marketing Coordinator of Bite a While. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
All right, so can you share with us the details of the food pantry program?
Absolutely. So the Pet Food Pantry program is a free community program we've offered for over 14 years now. The whole point of the program is to help keep pets in their homes and prevent surrender to the shelter. A lot of times people just need a little extra help in getting by, especially now with the cost of living. So our program offers a 2-week supply of pet food and items, and that's available once per month for anyone who's low income or a student. And it's available at any time for anyone in an emergency situation.
Okay, so how do you figure out who qualifies for that?
So for emergency situations or one-time use, you just give us a call or fill out the form on our website, and no questions asked, we're here to support you.
Right.
If you're looking to use the program month over month, what we're asking for low-income individuals, we're asking you to provide us your notice of assessment just for proof of low income, and the limit that we have is $30,000 annually. Or if you're a student at any post-secondary institution in Nova Scotia, you can come in with your valid student ID.
Okay, so how do they access the program? Just coming in?
Yeah, so we do ask that people put in an order 24 hours in advance so we have enough time to make sure we have the items. But you can either give us a call at the shelter anytime during our open hours, or you can fill out the form on our website. So if you're having a hard time with phone messages, or maybe your English isn't quite as fluent as you'd like it to be, you can certainly fill out the form online.
Fair. Makes it easy and accessible for people.
Exactly.
So obviously this is a program that you're putting on for the community. How can the community support other pet owners?
So this community program is 100% run by the community, so it's all donations. We actually have no funding other than the odd grant for this program. So for this year alone, we've had no funding for it. Everything has been donated. So we work with a lot of pet stores and individuals in the community who are able to purchase a bag of food, purchase a can of cat food or a box of litter, and provide it to the shelter so we can connect it with the people who need it most.
Okay, and so is there more than one type of pet or one type of animal for food that people are looking for? And like, what are some of the most in-demand items, I guess?
Yeah, primarily we do dog and cats.
Okay.
We do, if we ever have any critter food like rabbits or bunnies or anything, we will provide that if we have it. Okay. We're also able to connect people with some other rescues who are able to support those animals. But some of our most in-demand items, I'd say kitty litter is always up there, as well as any bags of cat kibble, specifically small ones that could fit in a backpack for anyone traveling by bus or walking, and any grain-free dog food.
Okay, all right. So obviously you do this community program, but you also have animals in your care. What kind of animals do you have at this time, and what are you used to seeing, I guess, with the surrenders?
Right, so right now we're in the midst of kitten season, so we are a little overrun by the kittens at the moment. But certainly this program has actually helped prevent surrender for a lot of people because they're able to bridge that financial gap where they're no longer choosing between feeding their pet and feeding themselves. We'll take care of their pet, and they can worry about themselves.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for all the work that you do. We have also linked your website onto ours so that people can help and figure out how that they can donate and all of the great support and great work you do. So thank you so much, Sam.
Thank you for having us and for the support.
Always. All right. Well, we are going to do a check-in with Latavia to see what our 3-day forecast looks like.
Thanks, Brianne. Starting off in New Brunswick, 30 degrees today with sunshine across the province. Sunshine remains on Wednesday with a high of 28. Cooling down just a bit to 26 on Thursday. A mix of sun and cloud with evening showers expected. For Nova Scotia, 26 degrees today. We do have some isolated showers starting off your day for parts of the province. Will clear, leaving sunshine. We do have evening showers expected for mainland Nova Scotia, though. 26 on Wednesday, mainly cloudy start to your day with sunshine into the afternoon. 22 on Thursday with scattered showers. For Prince Edward Island, 25 degrees with a mix of sun and clouds. Sunshine midweek on Wednesday with a high of 26. 25 on Thursday, a mix of sun and cloud with a chance of showers into the evening.
Last July. Seeing all that the mountains have to offer in the summer is music to our ears. We find out what the Martok and Smoky sessions are and why it's a night of music you don't want to miss. That conversation coming up in 15 minutes.
Good morning, Atlantic Canada. Thank you so much for joining us. The time now is 8:30.
Already.
It's Tuesday, I know.
Tuesday.
July 28th.
July 28th. We're almost out of the month.
Last time I was at Cape Smoky was in February.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Skiing, yeah, for skiing. It's a if you've never been, it's a beautiful lodge, small lodge, but great work there. You saw the logo for Cape Smoky. Their logo is so nice that when I was there, I bought myself a T-shirt, bought my husband a T-shirt. Right? Like, their stuff is so good. But it's a great lodge. Of course, you're looking up at Smoky and Cape Breton. Beautiful venue. And now you can go there during the summer to check out these music sessions.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's the fourth year that they're doing it at Cape Smoky, but this is the first year that Martok has joined in. Yes. So because of that ownership change, right?
Right.
So now they're joining together, so they have 2 different sessions, 2 different dates, but we'll get all those juicy details in just a bit. You have to stay with us until we get there.
Yeah, do it.
Love it.
Is it going to be a good weekend this weekend?
Well,
okay. Well,
we are looking, as of right now, it's quite early still in the forecast.
Are there any bunnies?
You know.
Well, there's a person coming back from a morning walk on the beach. There's a little tiny white patch there, but I think it would have hopped away from that person.
Yeah, probably.
If it was a bunny. There's always lots of bunny food, though, at the main lodge. Oh, yeah, it's free, main lodge, bunny food. It's just getting them to stay still enough.
Yeah.
But usually I'm with kids who are running after them.
That's very true. Well, as you can see, a very foggy start to the day, a cloudy one at that. We are expecting that fog to eventually burn off and sunshine to return over there into the afternoon. 19 degrees to start your day in Charlottetown, 18 in Halifax, 15 now in Fredericton, 14 degrees in Labrador City, 13 in St. John's, Newfoundland. As we do see the return of sunshine, we are keeping in mind sun safety. The UV index is tracking high to very high. For Newfoundland and Labrador, tracking low to high throughout your day today. We do have some active weather in the forecast, expecting a heat warning to remain in place as well for parts of Labrador until tomorrow. For Labrador, chance of showers and a risk of thunderstorms into the afternoon. Periods of rain and a risk of thunderstorms as well for Newfoundland. Isolated showers start off the day for parts of Nova Scotia. Will clear out, leaving sunshine this afternoon. Pretty light wind to start your day. 22 kilometers per hour in Canso, 17 in Sydney. And no wind gusts to report at this time. We'll take one last look at your forecast coming up. But first, one last look at your local news with Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. And we begin with a large fire in Dartmouth last night. Clouds of thick black smoke could be seen for kilometers around the HRM when this blaze broke out on Gaston Road in Dartmouth. 3 buildings were on fire, 2 residential, 1 commercial. Crews were called to the scene over the dinner hour last night.
So we got a report of a fire at 10 after 6 this evening. When first crews arrived on scene, they encountered heavy flames within 3 buildings. Crews went directly to work, got lines on the fire, and got the fire knocked down so it didn't extend to any neighboring structures. Now we're in the process of continuing to knock down that fire and check for overhaul and do our primary searches and stuff like that.
Damage was significant. There's no word yet on how it started or if anyone was hurt. And we are getting a few more details on a dramatic fire in a high-rise apartment building in Halifax's South End over the weekend. Although contained to 1 unit on the 8th floor, the blaze forced a number of tenants to evacuate, and a restaurant on the main floor had to close its doors for hours.
The fire alarm goes off here quite a bit, so at first my staff didn't really take it too seriously, and then we saw the flames and debris and stuff falling down the side of the building. My manager evacuated everybody.
Aside from losing sales for the day, the restaurant lost food and received water damage. Halifax Fire says not all tenants in the building were evacuated, and at this time they can't confirm if all have returned to their units. How the fire started is still under investigation. Police in Halifax asking for help in locating a possible witness in connection with a recent murder case. Police have released these surveillance photos of a man in a vehicle believed to be in the vicinity of the fatal shooting of Thomas Jr. Downey on Leahy Road back on June 26. The vehicle is believed to be a newer model black Nissan Kicks. The man was wearing a white shirt and a black ball cap, and investigators say he's not considered to be a suspect. Anyone with information on his identity is asked to contact police. In New Brunswick, just days before one of its biggest events of the year, St. John's popular tourist site, the Area 506 Container Village, has been hit by thieves and vandals.
One of our storage areas where we had some sound and light equipment taken. Between that and also an on-site RV that was broken into and some significant damage there, coupled with some acts of graffiti along the outside perimeter of the container village, sort of makes for a pretty rough night.
St. John police say a 20-year-old man was arrested, released from custody, and is scheduled to return to court in October. Now, despite the disappointment, organizers say the Area 506 Festival will begin as usual on Thursday night. A union representing about 800 electrical workers at Nova Scotia Power has given notice it could begin a strike within 2 days. The union announced yesterday that it had issued a 48-hour strike notice on behalf of members working for the utility. The union did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Nova Scotia Power says it's focused on reaching a fair agreement with its employees while, quote, supporting our commitment to providing safe, reliable electricity to our customers. Still, a spokesperson says contingency plans are being developed as is standard during negotiations. No change in pump prices and PEI overnight. The minimum price for gas rests at $202.3 a litre. And diesel, it will still cost you a minimum price of $244.3 a litre. The last increase at the pumps in Prince Edward Island was on Friday. Finally, we want to share with you a talented group of daredevils that are living the high life in Switzerland. Oh boy, dozens of athletes from around the globe can be seen racing across slack lines hanging 20 meters above the ground. This is all at the Highline World Championships. An athlete from China emerged as the ultimate speed demon, racing across a 60-meter line in just over 23 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Let's go.
Oh boy.
Live on location.
Oh, the skill, the balance to be able to do something like that, the bravery.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Thankfully they're tethered, but wow.
So cool.
What a sight to see.
That is cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Put me in, coach. No?
No, I don't think so. Not
stay on the
too
ground?
many other variables at play there.
You're gonna stay on
for
the
something
ground.
to go wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine how long it took for them to get good at it.
Right?
A lot of practice.
A lot of practice, a lot of bruises, probably.
Yeah, probably.
All right, this one is for Natalie, who is filling in our chair in the control room. So he's become an internet sensation.
This is
Jimothy the raccoon, and experts believe he has a, congenital spine condition, which is why he's had a unique round short body, his distinct appearance, and resilient spirit, though, as he's captured the hearts of millions online. I love him. He's a little raccoon who's stolen the hearts of, like I said, and he's having a moment. It's officially Jimothy summer, where there's talking about Seattle's short-spined raccoon, and people can't get enough of him, and he's literally all over Seattle, like Jimmo 3. There's people are making bobbleheads of him. They're making pictures of him. Google has put him on their website. So he's stolen Natalie's heart, and he's also stolen ours.
Do you know what? Natalie in our newsroom has talked about Jimothy so much that it infiltrated my social media feeds, and I started getting fed Jimothy content when I hadn't even looked it up.
She's not sorry.
She's not sorry.
Not sorry.
Yeah, she says I'm not sorry.
I mean, how can you be mad at that? Like, that just puts a smile on my face. It makes me laugh every time I see him, like running across, living his best life.
Well, if you have any interesting animal photos or sightings, let us know. 10400 is the number. You can send us a text anytime because we would love to see it.
If you have a Jimothy, we show us your Jimothy, Natalie says.
Natalie says that?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
In my ear. She didn't say in your ears. That was just mine. Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
She didn't say it to me.
But yes, we do love that. Just makes me smile.
I know.
So there we are. That's all I got for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that. Now we're going to talk about the community calendar and events taking place. Fog Fest returns in Campobello. The annual music and arts festival celebrates the island's rich cultural history and offers a wide range of music. The festival will run from July 29th until August 2nd. And Under the Spire Music Festival is underway in Indian River. You can come out and enjoy the summer-long concert series that features folk, jazz, blues, classical, and choral music in the historic St. Mary's. For a full list of performances, head over to their website. And the Buskers return to Halifax from July 29th until August 3rd. You can come out to both the Halifax and Dartmouth waterfronts to enjoy hundreds of shows in celebration of the Busker Festival's 40th year. To learn more about the event, head over to their website. And if you do have an upcoming event, send us the details. We'd love to share it. You can send it to yourmorningatlantic@ctv.ca.
Excited for the Buskers.
Yes,
that's a good one.
Tomorrow.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. We have lots of events to add to your calendar. So much stuff to do. Coming up, the Hills. I know you want to sing it. The Hills are going to be alive with the sound of music and local music, too. We're going to leave it to the artistic professionals singing. We're going to get all the details on the Martok and Smoky Sessions. Stay with us for that conversation. It's coming up here in just a few minutes. Time is 8:41.
Good morning and happy Tuesday. The time now is 8:44. We're taking a live look at St. John, New Brunswick. 16 degrees to start your day. Expecting lots of sunshine into the afternoon as cloud coverage begins to break down. Weather is brought to you by Cummins Trusted Home Standby Generators. Temperatures starting to rise. 18 degrees as you head outdoors in Halifax. 19 starting off your day in Charlottetown with 15 in Fredericton. 20 degrees in Cartwright with 14 into St. Anthony. We are holding on to a heat warning in place for parts of Labrador until Wednesday. Daytime highs could range between 28 to 30 degrees. So make sure to stay hydrated. Keep in mind sun safety when you are heading out. As of right now, we do have a bit of cloud coverage starting off the day for parts of Atlantic Canada. A bit of fog early this morning. That is expected to burn off, especially into the Maritime region. We do have a low chance of showers starting off the day for parts of Nova Scotia as well as Prince Edward Island. Expected to clear, leaving sunshine into the afternoon. Newfoundland and Labrador dealing with precipitation as well. We do have a chance of showers, a risk of thunderstorms for parts of Labrador, and then for Newfoundland looking at a risk of thunderstorms and periods of rain. Into this evening, we do have a chance of showers returning. Quite low in spontaneous activity, though, for mainland Nova Scotia. We'll clear out as we head towards early Wednesday morning. cooling, but we do have sunshine returning in the forecast. If you're wondering about precipitation totals remaining quite light for the maritime region, we are going to see accumulation for both Newfoundland and Labrador. Labrador seeing 10 to 20 millimeters and Newfoundland at its heaviest 20 to 30. For our forecast today for New Brunswick, daytime highs will range from 23 to 29, being the warmest into Woodstock and Fredericton. Lots of sunshine throughout your day today as cloud coverage breaks down. For Prince Edward Island, highs between 22 to 24, mainly cloudy start to your day with a mix of sun and cloud into the afternoon. For Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, a chance of showers to start your day. Expected to clear, though, leaving mainly cloudy skies into the afternoon. Daytime highs between 19 degrees in Sydney, up to 26 in Amherst and Truro. Wind gusts getting up to 40. For the rest of Nova Scotia, daytime highs between 22 in Yarmouth, up to 27 in Kentville. Isolated showers for mainland Nova Scotia will clear, leaving sunshine for this part of the province. We do have a low chance of showers expected to return into the evening for mainland Nova Scotia, though. For Labrador City, 23 degrees today with a mix of sun and clouds starting off your day. Showers and a risk of thunderstorms into the afternoon with 15 degrees into St. John's, Newfoundland. Rain and a risk of thunderstorms throughout the day. I'm going to throw things over to Brianne.
Thank you, Latavia. So definitely not a day for skiing. However, we do know that Martock and Cape Smoky are popular spots in the winter, but the beautiful backdrops have a draw in the summer too. So Martock joined Smoky for the Martock and Smoky Sessions, two intimate Nova Scotian outdoor songwriters circle concerts. These look to celebrate the exceptional music of Atlantic Canada, summer evenings, mountain, community, all the good things that bring us together. So joining us today are artists Asif Alias and Tara Spencer. Thank you both for being here bright and early.
Oh. Musicians love the early hour.
Yeah, no, you're so used to this, aren't you? Amazing. All right. Asif, we'll start with you because you helped kind of create and cultivate the artists that are coming to these two intimate sessions.
Yeah.
Why is this important for you, and why did you choose the artists that you chose?
I mean, the artists are just incredible musicians. I met most of them somewhere along my career. I used to play with Nick Eade and Cutting Crew in late 90s. And then, of course, Gordie Sampson, Joel Plaskett, like Lenny Gallant, I played with him as well. And Tara, I only met a few years ago, who's incredible. And so it was a no-brainer just to call people I knew. But I think also doing shows like this where you get to see where, like, the source of the music we love, you know, comes from is really cool.
Right, right. Tara, why is it so important for you to be a part of this?
Oh, song circles might be my favorite kind of show because, you know, I've come from the folk world, so there's the stories within the song, but equally important are the stories behind the song and the people they come from. And song circles are the best showcase of that. You get to play off each other's energy and maybe, you know, tear a strip off each other every now and then.
That's one of the fun parts.
Yeah. It's just a conversation, a great hangout that we all get to be part of in the room.
Right. And why is it so important that, I guess, the public gets to be a part of that too, right? Because songwriter circles are something that you think of between artists. But why is it so important that you're bringing in the audience and giving them that intimate experience?
Oh, well, I mean, that's huge for me. You know, the circle really extends right around the room. Like, we're all in it together. So, you know, it's that energy back and forth and responding to the liveliness of the moment. The audience is as much part of the show as the musicians there.
Amazing.
And the window on the creative process. Because some of the stories you hear about songs that you know, may surprise you.
Right.
Or just how a story or an inspiration turns into that particular song and hearing it right afterwards, it allows people to see the process a bit better.
No, absolutely. I love it. And like the artistic process is so important. Why is it so important to have that beautiful backdrop also of Cape Smoky and of Martock, and what are the dates that people can go to both these shows?
So it's Thursday the 30th,
Thank you.
A couple of days at Martock, and then the 2nd of August on Sunday at Smoky. I mean, music and environment. I mean, I'm very visual when I think of music and song. Being in a beautiful environment to play, like whether it's just sitting on the side of a beautiful hill playing guitar, and that's what I did before the age of the internet. So yeah, just a way to get away from all the scrolling.
Yeah, and neither of us are good at downhill skiing, so it's a safe way for us to be on the mountain together.
True story, I crashed through the crash net at Martock in the place where I might be sitting.
Oh, it's redemption.
Yeah, I know. So
They're not going to put skis on you this time, so that it's going to be okay. It's safe for everyone to join.
Grade 8 ski trip. I just... So.
So much. Okay, I have about 20 seconds. Tara, what are you most looking forward to?
The talent that's on stage. You know, I'm kind of the newbie here in the circle, so I'm excited to see, you know, the legacy and years of experience that these people bring to the stage, and I get to be the gal on stage too, so I can get away with more than the fellows can.
I love that so much. Amazing. What about you, Elsa?
I'm looking forward to it all, but mostly to see Nick Eade again, Nick Van Eade from the Cutting Crew, because I remember playing with him and playing that hit song, and it was just... It's magical to hear like a #1 Billboard song anytime, especially in that raw environment. So I'm looking forward to feeling that again.
All right, well, you guys need to feel it too. So we're going to link that to our website. Thank you both so much for showing up today.
Thank you so much.
And sharing your stories.
Thank you.
We're going to take a quick break, and Your Morning Atlantic will be right back after this.
Welcome back. Those smoky sessions sound so great.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know. They
in for a good time.
Seeing the video from last year, it looked really, really cool. And again, like just like the backdrop of mountains and just hearing the music and like having those natural acoustics.
Right?
Come at me.
Okay, we want to have the answers for the Move Morning Chats. We're talking about what is something that you learned just too late in life. And here's what you had to say. Sherry or Shari says, I discovered late in life just how much I need to take vacations regularly. Need one every 3 or 4 months. Fear of missing out. And I've got to see the world.
That is a good one.
I think I'm just going to take a page from that book and just start taking vacations every 3 or 4 months.
Right?
Oh,
sounds like a plan.
Gosh, all my extra time and money, that's what I want to do.
Right?
See the world.
Absolutely.
Hopefully you're seeing some wonderful places. Candace in Cape Breton, she says, actually, she didn't start running until she was in her 40s. She says, I was always that person that said if I was running, I was being chased by something. That me never would have believed that I could run a 5K, let alone 3 full marathons.
Wow.
I love getting out on the road early in the morning before anyone is awake. It is so peaceful, and I can reset and recharge for the day.
That's great way to start your day.
Absolutely.
Oh. And you might have missed it, Brienne, but we did have Crystal met Candace, and it was at a race in Cape Breton.
Yes.
A road race.
I love that. It all comes together.
It does. Nancy from Paradise says, something I never really thought about until later in life would be to make sure to drink apple or orange juice every day. Isn't that something? I know about eating important foods, but juice is also so good for the old carcass.
There you go.
I love to mix fruit juice with bubbly, like bubbly water.
Oh, that's really
that?
good. Yeah.
It's a nice little summer combo.
Give it, my aunt used to always have like a soda water and cranberry juice. And that was like the kids' cocktail, right? Because like the parents had the cocktails, and then the kids' cocktail was that.
The fun
Oh, yeah.
A good Shirley Temple or something.
Yeah. Oh, my girlfriend makes a mean Shirley Temple.
I love Shirley
Yeah, good times. All right, so this is a big announcement made by Marvel at Comic-Con.
It's good to be back here. Just because the lights go out does not mean it's a sign. This is a character I've wanted to play for a very long time.
Yes, Canada's second favorite Ryan. Ryan Gosling is joining the MCU as Ghost Rider. That's scheduled to come out in 2028. And fun fact, Gosling's wife, Eva Mendes, played the love interest in the original Ghost Rider films, which starred Nicolas Cage. Marvel will also be introducing a new Black Panther. David Johnson will take up the mantle in Black Panther 3. So he's going to play the son of the original Black Panther. So lots to look forward to in the Marvel universe. And just kidding, he might be Canada's favorite Ryan.
Yeah. The other Ryan was there as Deadpool.
That's true.
All right, thank you so much for joining us on this Tuesday morning. We hope you have a great day and see us tomorrow at 6 a.m.